Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of the Backwater Bastards in space.
In space.
Yeah.
Space.
Oh, that's much better.
A little catch up.
Yes. Oh, it was an intense episode.
Okay, so
Need a little
big
recap.
button issues. Dr. Z got into his new shiny fantastic body. Cleo set off a bomb next to the party and blew it up
Surprise.
almost immediately.
I know everybody at home is like, whoa, that's never happened before.
She was like, today I shall do a play from Act 1 of this book.
Act 1, Scene 1.
Yeah.
the honey boy, the big, almost gelatinous plastic-like robot body, sort of made of nano machines and a complicated sort of neural electro network.
Electric
It
liquid.
was being inhabited by the bastard's current enemy, the rogue
Jelly.
AI that's been taking over the space station they're on, was destroyed by a combination of being shot at, blown up, and whacked with electroprod.
Whacked.
And it was completely decimated, allowing Dr. Z, in a moment of somewhat genius, rewrite that entire thing's system with the operating system for his armor, plug in the arms and legs, and just climb inside the jelly to have a new honey boy. I've got to call it
Jelly
honey,
boy.
the honey boy body,
Honey boy, yes.
which is all good news.
Honey boy.
But unfortunately, another thing that was going on is that one of the battleships outside, also being controlled by the rogue AI, crashed into the space station, rupturing the outer wall. And when power was diverted
Whoops.
to the AI wiping system to put Dr. Z's operating system into the honey, some of the bulkheads lost the power needed to maintain the atmosphere inside, and the bastards suddenly found themselves in a spot of bother. Dr. Z, pretty safe in the
Whoops.
jelly. Cleo is wearing a full suit of space armor, but Herodotus, rightly not thinking he would actually need any deep space equipment on this particular mission, was sadly lacking and possibly doomed to asphyxiate if things went wrong, as the oxygen levels decreased. But that didn't happen. The bastards found their way out of the space station. They made it all the way down the elevator shaft where...
Tunnel.
Elevator tunnel. Yeah. It's a 5-way elevator.
I feel like, wait, did we go down when we were going down that shaft, or did we go like, I pictured it up and to the right?
You went
And
forward.
we went down away from the hole, which was at the top.
Okay.
Forwards. Oh, we went left because once I got the telepathic buzz.
Because Dr. Z sensed a group of Marines, mercenaries, who would also come try and secure this facility for the synthetics that own it. You came to meet these people, however briefly, as they chopped open the elevator door for you, and then you just kind of bowled straight through them to their ship, knocking them all down in the process, walloping one of them over the head, making it onto their ship with them like scurrying along foolishly and just getting it on board before the ramp pulled up and you pulled out of the space station, as the space station is beginning to tear itself apart and kind of turn inside out. And that is where we left off.
Upside down, inside out.
Oh, what is that
Right.
song?
I have no idea. There was a
Upside down, bouncing off the
What?
ceiling. I don't know what I can do. I go crazy when I can't get next to you.
That's a different
No,
one.
it's not that.
That one's pretty good. Maybe
Okay.
let's make it that one.
Could be that one.
strangely
It's that one now. Yeah.
The entire time
Yeah.
that I was doing that, I was horrified because I was like, what is this?
Inside out, round around.
I'm not sure what came out of me just now.
Where are you guys?
Where the hell
you guys
are we
all got onto
at?
the ship first.
Where the
so
hell?
I will allow you to determine.
What the hell? When the hell?
So this ship's a military ship. So they've kind of just got like a big, like when you walk in, there's a big corridor kind of drop point where there's benches and like backpacks hanging up and a whole lot of equipment, spacesuits and so on. It's like a big wide area for them to sort of like prepare so they can jump out and be like, go, 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 you know? And then there's a big double doors heading off to one side that goes straight into the cockpit. And then another double door that goes back into storage and bunking and all that sort of thing.
I think this is our first time on the ship, right? So I think my first thing would just be to wait and see, like run around someone's house straight away. I don't know if Dr. Z would do that.
What can I get up in here?
Just like, Grandma.
I like to think that
here.
he's suddenly got really, really kind of restless. Is there anything good?
So yeah, just stand off away, off to the side and just wait.
Herodotus immediately starts sniffing, seeing if he can sniff out some booze. Should I roll a?
I'll just sort of check where Cleo's. I'm just sort of imagining getting ourselves into the starting position because
Yeah, sure.
we did end the last episode with the ship flying off. So perhaps it wasn't you guys that piloted it, is what I'm thinking.
Well, I don't pilot, so it wasn't me. I would like to go and maybe look for something to eat.
Right, so you guys just literally start sort of rummaging around as Dr. Z sort of stands back, looking a little bit embarrassed for the two of you.
Oh, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed for them. No, I'm used to them. I'm just.
I mean, I'm gonna be a little furtive about it, but I am definitely doing that. I'm not gonna
Herodotus
lie.
has his hand like hovering semi-threateningly over the cargo door button.
Okay, so I guess the mercenaries all raced in as well, right behind you. The one who was the closest, the one who had the ruptured spacesuit, has immediately run to the cockpit to get you all out of Dodge, or get you away from the space station that's coming apart. But the others are standing there by the door, staring at Herodotus's hand on the button, popping their helmets. They all roll back their dome-like space helmets and sort of staring him down.
Not one move, my boys. We have a compact to make before we get any further.
Just a moment, old boy. Let's not do anything foolish here.
Not one word, my lad. Listen here. You will all surrender your weapons, and you will all swear undying fealty to me as your field commander. Anything else, and I eject you right now.
But you'll be ejected as well.
Worth it. No, rather, I'll take my chances as I extend the hand and sort of hold on to the bulwark of the ship, sort of demonstrating that not a fucking move or I'm pressing this
Have
button.
your fun, Harry. I'm going to go speak with the captain about letting Reese know we're okay.
Very good.
Just kind of wave at the others as well, being like, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Watching Dr. Z walk into the cockpit, the officer, on the other hand, he's really slowly and delicately making sure Herodotus can see what he's doing, putting his gun down on the ground, nodding to his fellow mercenaries. There's one who's sort of rubbing his head where he was clonked by Herodotus earlier. The other two are quite sort of, like vicious-looking women with very severe flat tops. And they're all like, gritting their teeth angrily and putting their weapons down as well. The officer's holding his hands up like, like that classic, calm down, you vicious animal kind of pose. Kind of like, Chris Pratt with Raptors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blue.
Okay, Herodotus whips out his pistol and like blasts off at the floor in front of the guy who so condescendingly maneuvers his hand. He does not take kindly to condescension after all.
Look,
Not from bloody colonials anyway.
we don't get paid unless we save that thing. And he's like pointing over his shoulder back the slowly creaking apart space station behind. If we can save the facility, we'll give you 60% of our cut.
Herodotus nods sagely. Yeah, it's a good deal. There's only one more thing to do before I give up my ace in the hole, as it were.
Time is running out. We have a plastic cement hose. What do I call the thing? Like projector, expeller? I don't know. They've got like a repairs thing. What am I going to
do
call
that
it?
in character. That was much funnier.
Plastic cement hose thing, squirts out the stuff and it seals. Look, all we got to do is get up to the station and fill in the holes.
Are you trying to seduce me, sir? Well, you best get swearing right quick then, my lad.
Right.
Down on one. No, I'm doing the wrong voice, aren't I? Down on one knee, my lad, and say after me.
Meanwhile, in the front of the ship, next to Dr. Z, the pilot is shouting over his shoulder. Dr. Z as well can see that there is another of huge battleships is now descending directly upon you, aiming its weapons.
Oh no, I'm wasting time.
We got another problem too, Captain. There's another one of those ships. We didn't get them all.
No, don't worry about them. They'll be at it for some time. Harry hasn't had any communication with other than us two for a while.
He needs to find friends.
Have you got? Yeah, exactly. I'm going to say that as. Oh no, you said it. It's too good. Having a weird thought pop into his head. He needs some friends his own age.
Look, we've got fighter ships back there. If someone can take this thing on, I can wheel us round to fill in the holes, and we can do both.
Look, just do you have any gun turrets as well?
Just right there. And he points to a trap door in the ground, off to one side, reeling the ship around, ready to take evasive maneuvers.
And where is the cafeteria?
You can't be serious.
I need to find Cleo. She will be in the cafeteria.
It's in the back. But look, I've got to get us there to save the facility.
Yes. Stop worrying.
Take the bear thing and get in the fighters. They're out back there. They're right by the cafeteria.
Would you like to hear a story about how earlier today I lost my entire body? I was very, very worried about it, but I've learned to trust the process and go with the flow.
Yes.
Now,
this is the most confusing thing of all time.
Listen, I've had a hard day, and you fucking...
Can this just be like the mantra from Dr. Z? It's
now,
the best.
what the lads are doing in the other room there, they're doing it. You're doing this stuff here. Now, I'll go and get into a turret. You message directly to the cafeteria where Cleo should go. Let her know that there's a chance for big explosions and use the word boom a lot.
all at once, this pilot who really is out of his depth because he's really just supposed to fly the thing. But the commanding officer is still back in negotiations with Herodotus. Or perhaps being sworn in. The pilot is reeling the ship around at the same time to take a direct hit the shields from the warship.
Don't worry about it. As Cleo says, you have to destroy to create. It'll be fine.
Slapping down onto the intercom and shouting out, Cleo! What if... It was Cleo, right?
Yes, Cleo.
Big booms! Get in the...
Go on, tell her.
Fighters! We have fighter ships. Get in a fighter ship. Take this thing
She's
out.
not going to know where they are, sir. Tell her where to get them.
The door at the back.
What color is the door?
There's 4 of them. We always keep them unlocked. So all this is happening, and he's trying to drive and talk to Cleo at the same time. Meanwhile, Herodotus and the other mercenaries back in the loading bay, I guess it is. So he's saying, "Repeat after me," wasn't it?
I swear
Upon my life.
Upon my life. Come on, we can do more than one life at a time.
And the life of all descended of mine body and blood.
And the life descended of all my body, blood, yes. All of it.
And kinfolk to follow.
Kinfolk to follow.
Upon our honor and duty.
Look, we really don't have time for this. We're getting shot
Say
at.
the words. Say the words, my boy.
What was the line?
Upon mine honor and duty.
Upon mine honor and duty.
To do willful and truthful service.
To do willful and truthful service.
That's beautiful.
Until the house of Mendleroth.
Until the house of Mendleroth.
Ooh.
From this day hence.
From this day hence.
Until the foregoing of the universe.
Until the foregoing of the fucking universe.
The coming of the Everdark.
Coming of the Everdark.
And the never dying.
And the never dying.
The great and awesome powers of
the great and awesome powers. Meanwhile, in the cafeteria. we're gonna have to keep cutting back to this.
So good.
So y'all are married now, right?
Oh, this is wonderful.
So Cleo running back to the cafeteria,
Fucking
immediately
hell.
did sniff out that there is some sort of food. There seems to be a big chest freezer
I'm having it.
full of sort of preserved bits and pieces. So I guess Cleo,
Yep, I'm having that.
nosing.
I've got it cracked open, and I'm just
She's got it all.
I'm sitting next
She's
to
got
it.
it.
I've got some kind of meat. I'm doing it like a
And
popsicle.
at that point, there comes a message over the intercom, sort of yelling about big butter booms and taking out the warship by getting into a fighter ship. And that there's a door at the back.
Well, while I'm eating my popsicle, I'm just gonna say to myself, they don't know nothing about no big bada booms. This is a joke. I'm having listen to that. That's some weird radio.
So I guess Cleo just keeps eating there.
Yeah. Well, because I don't know what that's about.
She's just playing the role.
They didn't tell me.
They
They
didn't
didn't
tell
say.
you nothing.
They didn't say Cleo. And
Oh,
if they had said
well,
Cleo, I would have been like, well,
they
I'm
did-
having
they
my
did say
popsicle.
Cleo,
And you know
but,
what? Well, they didn't.
They
Didn't
They
come
weren't-
get
Wasn't
me,
a
and that's
convincing
rude.
enough argument.
They need, because like you want to talk to me, then you better come find
So
me.
meanwhile, there's
if you come for her, you better not.
the sort of the army frigate thing that you're on is piloting awkwardly around. It's
Don't
taking
at me.
shots. It's getting shot at from behind now.
Uh-oh.
And the energy shield has taken a good few shots as this pilot is like just getting around the crashed inside of the station. So is Z just climbing into one of the gun
Yeah,
turrets?
yeah. I'll just get into one of the gun turrets.
Les tourelles de feu.
Yeah, get myself seated and start reaching out all my limbs to try and connect with all available ports and spots.
Guns.
And
Oh, just imagine him being like a separate kind of like one mind operating all the guns.
oh yeah, I guess I could try and hack in to the ship and try and control all guns at once.
Yes, that's awesome.
Anyways, yeah. So I'll roll. I'll do a hacking and I'll try and. I'm trying to hack in and also control the other turrets from this just one spot and just kind of triangulate all fire at whatever I'm shooting at.
Oh,
All right.
fucking. That's what we call a.
So we've got a
Pro
21 on the
gaming.
hacking. This ship is obviously like it's built so that you're not supposed to get into it. So their online security on the inside is pretty damn low. Because you've already infiltrated the ship. Yeah, you quite easily bypass their rather rudimentary security. You get in, you can see that they've got an AI much like Reese. It seems to be like a little bit impotent against your hacking capacities.
I'll say hello to the ship's AI. Hello.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You do not have access privileges.
Well, it seems like we're either going to do something about our impending doom. I'm sure you can feel yourself being tickled from the outside. Together, or...
Priority to personal survival. I agree.
Yes, so... I think I'll shoot at this target over here. Do you need any help, or do you fancy shooting on your own?
Aim, I will follow.
So anyway, with the ship's AI on side, Dr. Z is sort of raring to go, aiming back with the turrets. He doesn't have the greatest angle because these turrets are mounted at the front of the ship, so you've got to shoot underneath the body of the ship that you're on. But you'll definitely be able to take some pot shots. But in the meantime, let's go back to Herodotus. And there's something about until the end of times, and I think.
Until the elder gods shall rise again,
Until the elder gods rise again.
I swear myself.
I swear myself, honestly, only up to this bit.
Your name,
Harris.
full name,
Harris Zarg.
Harris Sag. Very good, very good. The address,
Address?
last permanent abode.
Jesus Christ.
I live on this thing.
Caldari
this
Prime.
thing, very fine. Close enough, close
Eve
enough.
player.
And this is the, what's the date today?
223 of the Earth calendar.
Very good, very good. Very well. Sign here.
Like looking like shell shocked now, they're leaning in and signing away. At this point, the other mercenaries are literally sort of like leaning on the doors, sort of like tapping their feet, shaking their heads, and with a sort of a lack of patience.
I need initials here and here. And,
initials so incredibly quickly.
and if you pass it around to the rest of the men, I'll just need their names, addresses, initials, and full signature.
Thrusting it like one by one. they're all like scrambling to write something on, like sort of waving their hands like this can't be
Just a
happening.
bunch of X's.
Meanwhile, sort of like looking out the one of the portholes, as they can see the station is like losing more and more of its integrity. That the big gaping hole in it is just kind of like cratering itself inwards as
And Rod just kind of ushers them on. Yes, we don't have all day. Come now, gentlemen. And then, as it's kind of handed back to him, he sort of goes, and I sign my name here. Arthurion Mendleroth, 1, 2, 3, and a little bit there. Cross very nice. And then he pulls out from one of his breast pockets, a little lighter and a little bit of sealing wax. Melts it on, and then presses his signet ring onto it. And with that, gentlemen, it is official. Let me just scan this real quick. Takes out like a little sort of hand scanner, scans it in, and submit to Imperial files. Very good, very good. Good to have done business with you, gentlemen. You are here on my servants, O Campe. Now I bid thee take freedom of the ship and do your duties to the best of your abilities. Hi-ho, Silvermen!
one of them, the same one who was like chopping open the door earlier, just sprints into the cockpit. It's like, I'm manning the hose thing. Like leaping. It's like some control terminal. I guess only Dr. Z can see just a big, fat sort of cannony metallic hose pops out the bottom of the ship.
So 90s.
As the pilot is sort of like trying to sort of like graze that thing as close as possible to the space station.
It reminds me of so many like 90s or early 2000s like cartoons and movies where it's like, here's the part of the ship that does this thing, and then it's like this big thing comes out. You're just like,
Herodotus, meanwhile, is making his way up to the cockpit.
Oh, really?
He wants to be at the helm. He wants to control things.
But first, let's cut to Cleo and see what she's eating.
I'm picturing it to be like a meat substance of unknown varietal.
Oh.
And it is kind of like a leg of something so that I can hold it.
Human.
Maybe this is actually a biohazard box and I didn't read it right.
Yay! Can you roll for perception?
for possibility.
See how bad you fucked
Yeah, they
this
don't
up.
necessarily only keep food in there. Like this is a rough and tumble group of mercenaries after all.
All right, well I got a 16, so
Oh, please let there be tons of drugs.
and I'm it's frozen, whatever it is, so I'm sort of like kind of
Crunchy.
just kind of gnawing it.
It's like a pack of like hot dogs that are sort of stuck together with frost.
I've gotten it out of the out of this freezer and I'm just doing my thing. I'm just having it like a popsicle and nobody come to get me, so I'm just chilling.
Well,
Yeah, no one told you it's
speaking of
wrong,
nobody
so it
coming
must
to
be
get you,
right.
at this point, the remaining
Somebody
three
now trying to
mercenaries
destroy my fun, my good time.
are rushing back through the ship towards the fighter ships. They sort of slow down and their heads turn to look at the bear stuffing its face as they sort of like keep running back towards the fighter ships.
I'm gonna nod to them, my lady.
And they sort of like furrow their brows and sort of like
Carry on.
It's not right.
keep their
not
head
right.
aimed at Cleo for a little bit longer than is necessary as they run past.
That's fair. I get it. I get that all the time.
We've got 4 ships. Bear, get in one of them. We're under fire.
What's that now, son?
There are 4 fighter ships.
That's nice.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's
she points.
I'm glad
she points
for you.
at
Glad
the 3
for you.
mercenaries and then at you. Like, we need all hands on deck if we're gonna get out of this thing.
Herodotus suddenly gets the itch of the old cavalry expedition, and sort of bellows out as it goes rearing towards the fighter ships himself.
All right, well, I'm getting one for the road, and I'm going to go back into the case and get like 2 or 3 more of whatever this is.
Legs.
Legs.
All right. Well, Herodotus technically can move faster than these people, so he could potentially overtake and nick one of these fighter
Yes.
ships because Assuming he's rocketing with his rocket legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Otherwise, he's
engage
significantly
rocket boot,
slower than
you know. Yep. But no, yeah, definitely. He's engaging a rocket boots.
So these things, they've got literally they've got wide open doors that let you run in, smack down. There's like a big square button on the door that closes the doors and ejects you from the ship proper out into space very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so like rocketing in, I'm imagining kind of crashing into the back of the seat.
Yes.
There's a little sort of kind of like poddy kind of X-wing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Herodotus is the first that's just shooting out, not even the controls yet, as his little fighter sort of spirals out into space. The three mercenaries are at this point sort of running up with Cleo lumbering along behind.
With my legs.
Herodotus roars into the microphone, into the sort of comms. I'm assuming there's a comms between the fighter jets.
Oh yeah, definitely. You'll be straight up front to the...
I mean,
to
it
where-
is 2070. Lord.
Come, men! Follow me! We go straight down the center! Damn the maneuvers! Straight at them!
Is Cleo going to vie for position in one of the three remaining fighters?
What do you mean vie? I thought I had to get in. Who am I fighting for one?
At this point now, there's like Herodotus has come, so now there's five
Wait.
of you and four
No
fighters.
need for the bear. Herodotus has come.
Okay, I'm gonna choose a fighter that has a guy like going into it,
Rip him out.
and I'm going to actually bring him to hold my legs.
Yay.
So that's how this is gonna go.
To hold your legs?
Yeah, the frozen ones that I brought to eat.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes
He's
sense.
like a cup holder, but animated.
Turkey leg jockey.
Mm.
Yeah. And maybe he can like hold one out over the burner on the back of the ship. Roast it up a little bit from mama. Know what I mean? Get you a man that can cook.
The two female Marines just popping out in a slightly more controlled way than Herodotus. They've got one hand on the control stick as they smack the button, but they're sort of flying in like a V formation behind Herodotus as Cleo. I'm imagining sort of like, you know, like, because it's not a massive amount of room in here, but like Cleo gets in, smacks the button, so the door closes, and then just sort of has to sort of like, you know, like scooch all the way around this other Marine to get into the seat. The Marine's sort of left with like an armload of like meat products that he's not even quite sure how they got there, sort of squeezed into the corner.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna have to fit in there, but like it's not gonna be great for him. And that's fine because he's just there to hold my leg. He's my squire.
Yeah.
Leg boy.
It's don't skip leg day, alright?
Leg lad.
Never.
All
Leg
four,
lad.
I'm going to spread them out like this now. All four of these ships
Okay, cute.
pop their way out of the out the back. You all see that you are now face to face with this big, nasty triangular warship.
Ooh, a
It's just,
triangle one? That makes it scarier.
Mm.
I don't appreciate that.
And it's been like blasting all its guns at the main ship.
Okay.
That triangle ship's in X2. Do you ever play those games? X2?
Too scary.
X Universe? No, they're triangle ships. Anyway,
I played
sorry.
one of them once, but I don't really remember.
The spatula.
They were it was like a big pyramid that broke up into little smaller pyramids. So like the big mothership was like this huge pyramid, and you're like, oh my god, and it would break apart.
Like when you
into,
smash a Dorito.
That's neat, though.
What?
Just say yes.
That's a
Dan.
big
Just go
triangle
with
that
it.
you
Fucking
smash
go with
into
it.
other triangles.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Think about it.
You're
I
wrong.
don't know if you are wrong. I have no experience
It's because
with
I'm
this.
right. Y'all know it.
Like that then. X2 has spaceships like giant Doritos.
Well, when a
You gotta
fact
watch out
is
for
a
the
fact,
Dorito
you
ships.
gotta leave it alone, you know? It ain't a theory, it's a fact.
It ain't a spoiler, it's a fact.
Yeah.
Dorito.
Dorito, is that what we're calling it?
Actually, it's not a Dorito. It's a Dorro.
Oh no, don't be doing that. Don't be doing
'Cause
that.
it's the full-sized one.
What? Oh.
Nope. This is the parent of all of the Doritos.
Oh, that just makes me.
So
think
when
of
it
the fact that
smashes up
Doritos
into
means
little
donkey.
ships, those are Doritos.
Okay, I see what you're getting at now. I'm surprised it took me so long to figure it out.
It's kind of cool how my thing is canon now. Just saying.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Let's get back to the game.
Evan, you ain't never seen a Dorito?
Seen a Dorito?
You're Norwegian.
Not very impressed with
You
Doritos.
guys love Doritos.
No.
Yeah.
Is that like a
It's
stereotype?
on the national flag.
Is that like a national stereotype? Norwegians and Doritos. So like,
it is now.
You know what
Like
they
this.
say
Maple
about
syrup.
Norwegians?
They love them some Doritos.
They love
That's just their
Doritos out
thing.
there. You put a bag of
That's-
Doritos in the middle of the wilderness and they all come
Can't
out.
swing a cat and not hit a Norwegian.
You can't swing a Dorito and not hit a Norwegian.
Norwegian. Yes.
But anyway, as you're all blasting out face to face with this Dorito-esque ship, Dr. Z has gained control over one of the gun turrets, and there are a further 3 gun turrets as well,
Well, good for him. I'm happy for him.
all aiming themselves, sort of like computer accuracy, aiming wherever the hell he aims.
Okay.
So basically, if he hits, they all hit.
Oh,
All
nice.
right, well, I'll start tracking the big Dorro, and fire. Oh shit!
Is that a natural 20?
Natural
Oh,
20.
okay. Well, there was a
yeah.
firefight, but it's over now.
There was a firefight.
Oh, God.
But it's over now.
So anyway, yeah, like Dr. Z blows up the Dorito ship. The guy
By
fuses
himself.
the thing back together, and that's the end of the episode. No, give me a D100. Let's see what happens there.
100.
My
I guess you
God.
guys are like you're owed some luck eventually.
Some 63. Some 63. 63.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
63 percentile of greatness.
Mm.
Nothing
Okie dokie.
happens.
So,
Go on.
Let's. I've got to roll the damage for the other ones as well, who are all
Oh,
part of this
shit.
natural
True.
20.
Excuse me, what?
Danke, danke, danke. Danke, danke, danke.
So how? That's what's 3 times
don't
4
do that.
is 12. Jesus Christ.
That's not why I'm here, bitch.
Right. So
Get you a
that's
TI-83,
a grand total
honey.
of 53 damage.
Fuck yes.
Wait, who's getting that 45 up the beehole? Is that us or is that the ship?
No, I'm attacking the Dorro.
Okay, I just was making sure.
So Dan is attacking, but the ship's AI is tracking Dan's aim and firing all 3 other guns wherever Dan aimed, like
Okay.
machine accuracy. So all 4 of these guns are getting
Whoa,
that natural
jeez.
20.
Yeah.
So basically, I mean, here's what happens.
Fucking ship goes down. What happens?
There's in quick succession, but they're not quite all together. There's, like one slightly ahead of the other. So first, Dr. Z's charge just hits it dead center, and like you can see, it's caught on the energy shield, but the energy shield is kind of flickering and wavering. The second one, let's just do the math here. Yeah, the second one hits the energy shield as well, just blasts through it. The energy shield dissipates. You can see the generator has just been overwhelmed by this attack. And then fractions of a second later, 2 more hits come in, dealing 35 points of damage
Yes.
directly to this
Oh,
ship.
shit.
They basically cave in the cockpit. There's just things like just go flying out into space out of the cockpit. A whole bunch of synths just going out into space.
Oh my god.
The ship is like it's sort of wavering around, but its guns underneath are still active, and they still seem to be like whirring about, aiming for the fighter ships, as though although the cockpit has been completely decimated, whatever's controlling the ship is inside every circuit and still
It
able to
ain't
function.
over till the fat lady sings.
I take that back. I don't really mean good about that. I thought about it.
That said, we do have 4 other little mini ships that can.
It leaves some fun to be had.
Cool, I guess. I'm eating in my ship. I got my
Mystery meat.
I got my leg man in here.
So anyway, right before that happens, the ship now, the big ship, is now no longer taking evasive action because it's it's filling in that hole. So the engineer of the team is operating that big hose that's squirting out the sort of grey paste, molecularly bonding the edges. It's just sort of filling the big gaping hole sort of slowly, bit by bit, with this kind of spider silk cement goo. And it's sort of like doing like a cross hatching, trying to seal the whole thing up, just squirting the stuff.
that's cool.
It's sort of about 2/3 of the way full, but like it's kind of, it's a bit of a like a losing game because it keeps getting like sucked off.
So they're 3D printing this thing shut? We ain't about
basically.
that.
Wait, no.
Oh no, it's not the enemies. This is up the front in the cockpit of this ship. They're
Okay,
putting
cool.
the space station back.
Okay.
together.
I thought you were talking about the
Because,
Dorro, and I
despite
was
being
like,
a mortal
we
Para,
just...
This mercenary
I
gang,
was
they
like,
really
just
want to
leave it
get
alone.
paid.
Okay? For one turn.
Let the Dorro break.
One... Please stop it
But
with your plot armor.
as the ship is no longer taking evasive maneuvers, it is very easy for the AI to fire straight at it with its guns,
I don't
and
like
it hits.
We're taking shots.
Taking shots. 3 shots to be precise. 3? Okay, so the first shot decimates the energy shield. The energy shield's been taking a pounding sort of out of combat already. It's not looking good. So like, first shot just blasts into the back, taking out the energy shield. 2 further shots deal 22 points of damage to the ship.
Out of how many?
Out of 30.
The ship only has 30 points? Oh, fear.
Yep.
Wait, the ship we're in? Oh.
The ship you're in had big shields, but it's
And it just took 22 points out.
22. It's got 8
shoot,
left.
You're on that ship, Dr. Z. You should have got a little baby ship like us. And here,
I got my jelly.
here I was
jelly.
like, he gets to stay on the ship where the food at? Ain't right.
You know I can't eat your food,
We do have
I only
we do have
sauce.
4 fighters ready to make an attacking sweep, all sort of flying. Is Cleo sort of also sort of fit herself into the sort of this bird formation behind Herodotus?
Question. These ships, do they operate in like Star Wars flying rules or like spaceship flying rules?
Please elaborate on this.
So like in Star Wars, they kind of have to move, right? They're
They
like
keep
planes.
moving, don't they?
always move forward. So it's
Yeah.
more like aerial combat.
I
right?
see.
But if you have actual spaceships, they don't necessarily have to move. Like they'll move laterally and back and forth. Like unless we're talking about high speed, kind of where they're in flight mode.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like if you were flying this thing in the atmosphere, it would work like a plane, but because you're flying it in space, it doesn't at all. Like
Okay.
you've just got like full sort of.
Well, okay. In which case, I say, like maintain distance, open concentrated fire, follow my traces, boys.
That is an important distinction. Never really thought about that. Every now and then, Star Wars does show an X-wing hovering.
Yeah, but like whenever they
Then
fight,
when they fight,
exactly.
they never do it. Yeah.
You were just asking me if I was in the formation with Herodotus, right?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
You see like 3 starships in front of you, all sort of flying in a little spear's head.
wouldn't
Why
I?
wouldn't you
You're
join?
dashing as fuck.
Why wouldn't I have that?
All right. But Herodotus did get the jump on everyone ejecting, so he can certainly take the first shot, especially since they're following his lead. For some reason.
All right, so
That's never happened
So-
before.
Wow, they signed a contract and everything.
Calling for loose formation, boys. We are like the 95th Rifles now. We're firing at range. Shoot for effective targets only. Again, follow my traces. And I open fire. In the name of the Emperor. Fuck. God damn it.
LOL.
As before.
This is a lot of
So
this is
Herodotus
a lot of like
heroically
shooting blanks
Build
tonight.
up.
You know what I mean? Like you're gonna.
I know what you mean. I'm a little disappointed.
maintaining some distance and firing off a brutal barrage from his front-mounted blasters. But they do fly a little bit wide.
That's like a really cool way to say it, I think, because what he meant was like, "You missed, boy."
Not funny.
I mean,
But they do force the Dorro ship to sort of like veer a little bit to one side to avoid.
We scared them off, boys. Well done. Now shoot for effect, just as I planned it. It's like with cattle, it is in space combat, my boys. You rule the field of view. That's how we maintain gun superiority. Don't let up. Shoot every bullet.
That could always be Herodotus.
Cleo's gonna look over at her squire
Roll
who's
according to the
crunched
plan.
up against the wall, and she's gonna be like, "You hear that, boy? You hear that? He missed. He's trying to tell us. That Harry, he's out there. He's doing his thing. Let me hand me that leg, boy. Just hand it over." Just wipe your hand over there on the console. Don't worry about it.
All right, is Cleo going to take a shot as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're a weapons expert. You're good at shooting
Let's
these
see.
things.
Oh my god, it looks like maybe you were right because I rolled a 19.
That is the damage. That is incredible.
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
not bad, and it's
some
really
serious
funny
damage.
because I was telling my little
Some
friend
lot of
here, my leg
damage.
friend, about. I know what's going on, and now I'm gonna do my. Come on, come over here and look. Come over here and just watch. Just get a little. I'll show you how it's done. I'm gonna show you how it's done, boy.
When
Come on.
I devised all the statistics for this thing, I was not anticipating
Us to be good.
Us being this good at this game.
that first fucking natural 20.
That's pretty
from
sad
Dr.
because
Z.
we can sometimes
Because
be winners too.
Sometimes
It
we
happens.
hit.
Because
It
Cleo blasts this thing. She's just shooting straight
I'm gonna
into
put my
the
arm
already
around this
decimated
guy
crater of the
too while I
cockpit.
do it, like I'm letting him drive a little bit.
Oh my god.
Just shooting.
I'm
shooting with
I'm
one
driving
hand.
with one hand. I let him press the button, kind of like when your parents let you drive when you're like 2 years old, and then
Yeah.
and then I'm eating the leg that he's
Perfect.
holding. This is like some bacchanalian shit in my ship. We're here. We're on holiday. This is my new friend. He's trying to juggle all these legs that I brought on the ship. I'm eating one. There's turkey legs flying. Like, we're shooting. We don't know who we're gonna hit, but you got one, boy. You got one. Look at you. You're a natural. You ought to take over Harry's ship. He could use you, but I'm using you right now. So why don't you just go on over now? Hold that leg
Fires
steady,
off the
boy.
blaster, and it just sails almost as if in slow motion directly into the gaping hole, somewhere into the inner workings of the ship. And for a moment,
Because we
there's
shot it in the butt.
silence. And then there's just a flash of light as if there's an eruption as the entire thing explodes. And you can see off the back of it smaller Dorito-like vessels trying to eject to safety, but they're all
That's too
caught up in the
bad.
explosion. You can
That's-
hear almost what sounds like dozens
too
of
bad.
screaming voices saying,
Too bad. Will you now?
but every one of those ships that tries to splinter off seems to be caught up in the explosion, causing little additional smaller explosion, like little Dorito dust, tasty tidbits.
Well,
that
just
you lick off
calls
your
over
fingers.
over the squadron com.
Well done, Squadron Primigania. Well done indeed. We have won the battle. The enemy is in rout. Look at them burn. Look at them burn.
And you can hear the other two mercenaries, the women are like, so cheering, like, yes, we get them all.
They
is
didn't
that
do
the lot?"
shit.
Meanwhile, up in the front of the ship,
You don't
The,
get to cheer if you didn't help.
I've just realized that the dude that you've shoved into the corner with all the legs is the officer.
Oh, well, he's having a great time, so.
So that's fine.
He's been
Well,
just
he's
so
my boy.
dominated.
He's been slapped down.
He's my boyfriend now. For tonight.
Because that's how it works. Put legs in someone else's hands, and they become your boyfriend for the night.
Look, at this whole time, I imagine that he was kind of into it. Like, he was like,
Incredibly turned
he was
on.
like, I don't know exactly if it was
Completely.
that, but it was definitely like pure joy. Like, wow, I get to do it. I get to do
Like, he's
something
just been
cool.
laughing nervously this entire time.
Okay, it could be
I don't
fear,
know
but
why.
like fear is
a good way.
neighbors
Yeah,
with
like it's-
excitement.
yeah.
I mean, it was you lot that took the thing out.
Oh yes, go us. Fuck yeah.
Just a reminder as well, like their little control ship, it is sitting on 8 hit
Oh yeah,
points.
fuck, we're dying.
Like right now, it's got less health than Herodotus. But
It
is
was just
still
one of
space
many
marine.
ships, right? As well. The Dorro.
It's the only
Oh,
one that
shit,
you've
okay.
seen.
Oh, the only one that we've seen.
The way that you said that is not.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't love that.
Oh, it's the only one that you've seen.
My squires.
The
you mean?
mercenaries, like the captain, the pilot was shouting, "There's another one. We didn't get them all," as you might recall. So there's a distinct possibility that these people have wiped out a few of them on their way.
Deus Ex Machina shit right there.
Oh shit, they've done really well. Way quicker than I expected them to.
Let me make
Do you
another
remember when I
Dorito.
said that there's 10 more Dorros coming in?
I got a whole bag of these, you idiots.
But we can't see any right now.
Oh,
No, you
good.
can't see any. Like, and there's like this floating space junk that might be the remnants of bloated ones too.
Who did that?
But then again, like a lot of stuff is flying out of the space station because like it was popped open to the vacuum. So it's hard to say
Sounds like
where
we
any
should
of
have
the
let that
space
keep
junk came
going.
from.
Clean that thing out.
I mean, it wasn't supposed to be junk. It's getting like ripped, like, you know, unbolted from the walls and stuff by the
Herodotus
vacuum.
jumps on the comms again and goes,
Calling all Herodotus! Calling all
What?
Herodotori.
Was that meant to be us?
That's now his group of squires.
Herodotori. I mean, obviously, the followers of Herodotus would be
Exactly.
Herodotorum.
It's herodatory.
The Herodotori.
The Herodotum.
the Herodotus!
And as a single one, like, yeah, Herodorum.
Calling all
You gotta do that line again.
Herodotum! Calling all Herodotum!
Gondor calls
Come
us.
in!
The pilot is like, great shooting back there, you lot.
Well, yes, it was just two of us, actually. You could say the you lot part, but really, it's Honey Boy and Cleo. I was Cleo.
Me
It was
and me
Cleo.
because I be shooting all day long. That's what I do. Y'all interrupted my snack. I come out here and I finish the job. You're welcome. Pop the ice box for me on the way in.
The engineer, meanwhile, wiping the sweat off his brow, you know, like finally able to like sort of slow down and like do a slightly less of a hatchet job at these repairs. He's not under as much pressure.
You're sweating a lot for a boy that ain't do nothing.
And the officer trying to force his way past Cleo to get towards the microphone. Did you manage to patch it up? We getting paid today, boys?
But Harry, it was a wonderful setup shot. I assume that's what you were going for, right? You didn't actually intend to hit the target, did you?
No. Classic suppressive fire tactics. I was subduing their defenses to open them up for your honorable.
Oh, yes,
I was
yes.
a very tasteful coup de grace.
Yes, from here I could tell.
One might almost call it surgical, eh, Doctor?
Cleo always goes for the underbelly.
Well, somebody had to flip it over so I could get it.
Exactly. She knows the meaning of teamwork. Yeah. The legs and the things.
Well,
Oh, naughty. Yes.
you gotta have a cut. You gotta have a cut that you like.
Yes, indeed. And a roast you like as well. You know, temperature, especially internal, is very important. More than 72 degrees, and suddenly those cells of gelatinous fat start congealing, and it's no longer as tender, don't you know?
The gelatinous fat is the best part, Doctor.
Yes, indeed.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Before you grouch yourself.
Watch yourself before you bite yourself.
Oh, strong rhyme there, young grasshopper. Yes, I'm proud of you, don't you know, Mehl?
Yeah, I've been learning English.
Yes, you have. You've been very crafty indeed. I must say, impressively, full of chutzpah. Yes, as the bean count once told me. Now, shall we, well, on to the next one, I suppose. Well, first, I wish to assemble all my companions in the hangar. Keep this be arranged, Doctor. You are such an organized man.
Just
See to it, won't you?
Herodotus is kind of blowing him off as he goes to fly his ship.
Well, during this conversation, the other two mercenary fighters have already docked back into the main ship. And they're sort of like climbing out and high-fiving as they're sort of walking their way through the cafeteria back towards the hangar. Well, you know, it's a team effort.
Is it?
They had their fingers on the trigger. They were
do you
lining
want to
up
know
shots
who else
they were
had their
about to
fingers on the
shoot.
trigger?
Okay,
I'm just joking.
the people that did it.
With how much damage was it again? Like 50...
Something stupid. It was incredibly lucky.
53.
Okay, you think
Don't
we
use the character
we
like
out
that.
of
Yeah.
character
Come on, you
know that
fucking
it was
shit out of
lucky,
luck.
but we the characters
We don't.
know
We
that
deserved
we're
it.
incredible.
We're incredible and we deserved it.
We deserved it,
Yeah.
and everybody that we walk past that high fives, we're gonna be
I'm
like,
gonna glare at them. You know when you watch
What the
Mean
fuck?
Girls and the cool girls walk past down the hallway
you
and they
can't
just like
sit with
and
us.
yeah, we're gonna do that in the cafeteria. Like what?
You can't sit with
No.
us. On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
It was a pretty clutch victory though, because you were like straight
bro.
up one shot away from
Yeah,
death.
but that is
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
But there's very few ways I can write you to safety from an exploding ship.
well, as I said, I just
bad.
survived from a broken bodies. Anyways, yeah, I'll do the.
There's true bitterness in that one.
Yeah, I know. I was yawning kind of, but it made it worse. I'll echo Harry's words though, and flash the lights in the docking bay. And I'm going to maybe is there like a navigations port, some type of scanning array? Might make my way to that direction.
Navigations port scanning array.
Yeah, if we're like thinking that there might be a ship still out there, then I might use this time to go and
Oh yeah, so you just jump up onto one of the control panels on the bridge and...
yeah, and might try and just use this time to do that.
Okay, so I guess as Harry and Cleo also docking their ships, perhaps luckily having not got there in time to see the high fives
I
happening.
would just assume that they were high-fiving because they're now in the service of a very good man and proven commander.
Yeah, they're members of the
There's a blessing with their new faith.
Herodrim. The Herodrim.
Herodrim.
Part of the Herodric cube.
Yep.
The pilot is sort of sitting there in the cockpit as the engineer grumbles and like wanders back into the hangar, Dr. Z's instruction, having lost any sort of line of communication with his actual officer. But Dr. Z can see there's like a sort of a basic like scanning array. There's nothing of any particular size. There's a lot of things drifting about. There does seem to be one small thing sort of way off, almost at the edge of your radar that does seem to be under some sort of self-propulsion. Something that's moving a little too fast to just be something drifting.
Okay.
But it's
And can I
definitely
see
out of range of where you can
and
see
can
it
I
with
see
your eyes.
maybe like a debris field or like debris field nearby that we could potentially pull a old bounty hunter move and hide in?
Is there a given difference between a debris and a debris field?
No, I just wanted to say the word properly. Debris.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, there is a difference. One's wrong.
Yes, debris.
Debris. It's just more fun if you say it's debris. Just
It really isn't when you realize what
What about
debris is.
Debris?
debris.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right in the heart of Debris country because because you've just been there, sort of fixing
It's
up
a kind of
the
debris.
fixing up the hole. So there's like some big chunks of, not really chunks of the station, it's more chunks of the destroyer that crashed into it. The destroyer was utterly demolished, but there's still like its entire underside is sort of like drifting and rotating, which is definitely it's a big Dorro shaped thing that you could land on.
Yeah, I might call the person piloting then.
Well, you're standing right.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Hello!
Yes. What do you think of that spot over there?
I'll say that like awkwardly, loudly.
Oh, that is a good idea. And he pilots the thing and latches it onto the underside of this debris hump.
And how much more of that, what do you call it, hose jelly filling stuff thing have you got left?
Not a lot. He might have gone a little bit overboard.
Right. I was thinking we could maybe spray a bit in front of us, try and keep ourselves covered.
I don't think that would be a very good idea.
No? All right. Let's not do that then.
We wouldn't be able to get off it again.
Fair enough. I was thinking like Worms tactics. You put a barricade up.
Sort of like a molecular bonding agent.
I wasn't thinking of putting it on the
ship.
ship. I was thinking of like making a wall and building a wall in
building
front
a
of us.
wall.
But no, it's a dumb idea. Don't worry about it.
I mean, like a bit of ship sort of latched onto another bit of ship. Like, this is a pretty scuffed up like thing. Like it could easily be In fact, it is pretty wrecked. It is kind of blown to bits. Yeah, a few episodes ago in The Mandalorian. Like,
I haven't watched season 2 yet.
Oh man, there's one like just right before the credits shot where he zaps off into hyperspace and like leaves behind a chunk of ship just sort of like rotating in the air. It's so fucking great.
I like how that it's just such an enjoyable show. You don't really mind that most of the episodes are kind of like, it's just like, man,
the
goes
writing
here.
is cheesy, but like
yeah,
it's so fun.
cheesy. But it's
I love
exactly
it.
like old Western stuff where it's just like,
I vibe to that song all day.
Oh, dude, so good. So good.
I might have to start
I'm a
watching
big
it.
fan. I like it a lot. Like, yeah.
But I have to say, though, this is not a spoiler, so no one freak out.
Okay.
I have been stressed for the whole second season.
Why?
Because it's just like, it's incredible how much it dials up the action to put a baby in the scene.
True.
Like, there's one scene where I think
it's a little less when the baby is like superpowered and also eats other babies.
It doesn't even matter though.
There
like
is
he
one
gets
point where
tossed
he actually
or
gets
something.
hurt. Hey, like he goes flying along.
And I'm
no.
just, when that happened, I like verbally, like I yelled in my house.
You yell all the time.
But that was like an involuntary yell that I didn't even want to do.
So you're saying most of your yells are voluntary?
You know,
Yeah.
like you guys have been taking a baby along. Reese is sort of out there, like
Oh,
maintaining
yeah, for
radio
some
silence.
reason it doesn't
That's what
apply
I
to
imagine
us.
that propulsion we saw on the that I just saw on the radar or the navigational charts is. I was like, I kind of just assumed that little dot must be Reese flying around.
Reese
Yeah,
staying
yeah,
just out of range.
Stay out of range. Stay out of range.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Okay, I got nervous there for a second because I was like, you think the egg is floating out in space in the middle of this?
Yeah, I think Reese was like the best place for this egg. It's out there.
I'll
He's
leave
like,
you
"You
here
stay,
so I can
stay
go and help.
somewhere."
Yeet.
Leave it in the streets. Run it over after the show.
Take your chances.
So, yeah, I guess if everyone sort of goes and assembles in the hangar.
I'll stay in the cockpit with the captain.
So you're...
Yeah, sorry,
I will not
will.
do that. Thank you.
No.
Anyway, you're all assembled in the hangar. The mercenaries sort of lined up all against the wall, like sort of one of them with their hands on her hips, you know, and they're sort of all arms crossed, like looking straight at Herodotus, like, what now then, boss?
Okay.
Men, I wish to commend you on this our first action together. Your swift reaction to circumstance, your honorable surrender of free will and capacity, and your willingness to see danger eye to eye has inspired in me something greater than the sum of the parts. And now I hand the microphone over to my good friend, Dr. C. Dr. C, everybody. Come down, Doctor. Talk to our
Cleo's
friend.
in the back like, yeah, get it. Get him, guys. Wow. I'm going to nudge my friend and be
You're,
like,
you're
that's
only
my...
through the sort of the doors though. You're sort of like, you are like within
Okay.
shouting reach.
Come on down, Doctor.
I'll just pop my head around and be like, you can thank Cleo and I later for the excellent shooting.
Ah, yes. Yes.
The officer sort of finally sort of steps up like, well, we should call the client. They're going to want to get that thing out of their station while the power's down.
Can I please make a suggestion?
Yes.
Why not?
The ship has taken many hits, and I fear that if we were to take one more like that, last one, we'll all be done for. So currently, pilot and I'll look to the pilot. What's your name? Trevor and I have parked the ship on the backside of the recently deceased Dorro.
Very good work, that man. Good prognosis.
We shall now be powering down systems and going
Oh.
stealth. And I look at Trevor and I'll say, but do be prepared for an immediate evacuation if we take another hit. I suggest you put spacesuits on.
he kind of shrugs and like, you know, like powers down everything. The whole thing sort of goes, you know, like dim indoor lighting.
Okay.
Herodotus taps the side of his nose and sort of looks every man in the eye and goes,
Mum's the word, eh, boys? Not a word. Loose lips sink spaceships.
Yes, but we do need to call the
And you need to shut your mouth, boy. And, Doctor,
Yes, Herodotus.
will you communicate with the client to let them know that the power is down? and they can retrieve their package at their
Trevor,
leisure.
what do you think about that?
Don't look at Trevor, look at me, Doctor.
Trevor knows the.
Do you want me to patch you? Want me to patch you
I
through?
mean, will that give away our location though? Currently,
Hopefully not.
will the client mind us waiting?
They're waiting. They're already waiting just outside of reach, somewhere nearby, ready to do exactly this. I think they have reinforcements.
Cleo, you're awfully quiet. What do you reckon we should be doing?
Look at me glitter.
Well, I've still got my dude over here. Yeah. Well.
Just having a good time.
Well. You see, as I nudge my little dude here, the captain or whatever. You see here how
I
my
am the
people
captain
work.
now.
We're real efficient. Like, now, you go in there and bring out another leg, and I think we need to call Reese,
Right.
y'all.
Yes, indeed. You can bring in the egg. I can sing it my victory song.
We got
Yeah.
the egg. We got the egg out there. We got my dactyl.
Very true, very true. And also,
Jordan?
the Great Dragon can be quite useful in this little distress moment in which we find ourselves. Yes.
Well, the Grey Dragon is significantly less beat up than this ship, so that's definitely
Exactly.
a plus.
Right.
Yeah. I'm worried about being on their ship because
Maybe we should have the dragon come
be able
over
to
and
get
we can all board the dragon. Dragon's actually got some spare hangar bays as well for some fighters from this ship, right?
Oh,
the
you want
fighter
to keep
ships
them?
the fighter ships are still good, right? So it's just the
Yeah.
main body.
And it's also like, I mean, the ship for the most part is like in tip-top condition.
Just
It's
one
like
shot away
it's-
from blowing up.
It's one shot away from, like popping in the vacuum of space and then being kind of completely
Well,
gone.
I could
But-
stay in.
Oh,
I don't know.
They
Maybe
could
that's
also like
too
they could
much.
recharge up the shields quite soon.
Doctor, I have a mad idea. It just might work.
Yes, Harry.
I believe that if we transfer the crew, myself, the fighters, and the bear to the Great
Yes.
Dragon, and we entrench a position for you aboard this ship, you, in complete control of the gun and in good cover, could be used as a bait, one might say. The proverbial horse put out on the tundra to have the prairie fox come in. Not knowing, of course, that in hiding in specific action lies the sniper. Yes, indeed, sir. The hunter of the hunter, if you see what I mean.
I do see what you mean, Harry.
We could do... Yes.
All right then, Trevor. Let's try call Reese then.
Indeed, Scallywag.
Yeah, plug it in there. Plug it in there. We can reach pretty far.
We call it jacking in, Trevor.
Get used to it. Nomenclature does not play games.
Jack it in then. Jack it off for all I care.
There we go. Now you're understanding it, Trevor.
Yeah, you get it. Good man.
These ones learn
We keep
fast.
them, yeah.
I think we should keep a couple.
The officer, meanwhile, is just sort of like stomping off back towards the cafeteria to get Cleo another leg out of the freezer. Just
Yeah.
make sure someone calls the damn client. See, like,
Yeah,
Why
yes.
don't you do that
Next.
now, baby?
Yeah, set up a call with a client, would you?
Get your cell phone out.
Yeah,
we're calling Reese first, yeah?
Yes, yeah, indeed.
We're calling Reese, but he can go off and do another job. He ain't busy.
That's true.
Just saying.
Reese, hello. Reese.
Dr. Z, I am glad to hear you are uninjured.
And are you also uninjured?
Reese!
I have taken
How
Reese!
did you know he was uninjured? For all you know, his legs could have been blown up again.
Min-
Yeah, actually, Reese, I have been blown up.
minimal.
Reese!
Yeah, indeed. The doctor is hurt in many ways, not just in the physical realm, you
It
understand.
seems like your assumptions once again, Reese, have left you exposed.
So without feeling, just because you are a heartless husk of metals, zeros and ones, you don't have to act like it, Reese. I think you should apologize to the good doctor.
Reese, Cleo has a few words for you.
Hey,
Reese!
Cleo?
Reese!
Yes, Cleo.
Reese, did you feed Jordan?
Jordan?
The ovum, you scallywag.
No.
The dactyl.
Did you feed Jordan my dactyl?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the newest visitor. It is well fed.
What'd you give him?
The thing I saw you feed it last.
Dodgy answer.
And what would that be, Reese? Answer straightly, you bloody politician.
It is a yellow protein-based semi-liquid.
He's a pterodactyl, he can't have protein. Are you mad? You're gonna kill the Bobby.
Reese, I know you ain't missed me give him a tomato. You saw me give him a tomato.
You must feed him vegetables, you nitwit.
I will try again.
He needs the tomato for the riboflavin.
I'm imagining like there's this big bowl that's just like overflowing with like nacho cheese or something.
I probably gave him that before.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yes, and
sounds
also
like something
bring
that
the
Cleo
ship
would
back,
do.
Reese. We need you.
Nacho cheese, and then like I give him I give him like a keg of nacho cheese, and then I always leave one tomato because I read somewhere that that's how you get riboflavin.
Cleo's like, I'm gonna feed you the best
sounds
food
awesome.
that there is. My favorite stuff all the time.
I'm gonna feed you from my heart, Nacho cheese and a
You have
and a
to.
tomato because
You
you,
don't
got
want to,
to,
but you
boy.
have
You
to.
got
Heart.
to. I know you don't want
A
to, but you
roasted
got
heart.
to. The tomato gonna make you live long, so I can keep you forever. Here, I'll even sprinkle some Old Bay onto your nacho cheese so you like it more.
Crunions.
Yeah. Smash up some knickknacks.
A few Twinkies sticking in out
What
of
does
it.
a pterodactyl? I imagine they eat like fish or something, don't they?
Yeah.
Like
The
great
what?
big
Oh, not
fish or
anymore.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's not what
that's
we
fucking-
are
that's
doing
old
here.
school.
Well, sometimes when I have
That's
my
what
personal
other
chef,
parents do, but for my child.
roast pike, for example. Delicious.
Reese, we also have one more request of you.
Yeah, make sure he gets another
Yes,
tomato.
Doctor.
Okay, 2 more requests
Also,
of you.
bring us the Grey Dragon. We have work to
That is
do.
the other request. Reese, can you fly in? But keep it stealth.
No.
Try and keep systems down to a minimum. There's still one more Dorro out here.
Yes, we're trying to maintain the element of surprise. I know that is a bit of a strange idea to you, being a machine and having no feelings. But the rest of us understand.
Have we learned
Doctor,
that
yeah,
Reese has a lot of feelings, though, actually?
Oh, shut up, you hippie. Machines don't feel. Do you, Reese?
I will ponder this question, Herodotus.
Reese at this point is sort of squirting out a bunch of tomatoes.
Tomato
and
sauce or tomatoes?
pterodactyl enclosure. I mean, one can only guess. It's probably salsa. Let's go with the nacho cheese.
Hey, nice.
That's lovely.
Whoa.
But also
Cultured.
coming in at a rather secretive speed and distance, sort of honing in on your position. Meanwhile, the pilot has been like sort of frantically like flicking about on switches, trying to get the shields to boot back on.
Very good work, that man.
Cleo's gonna go over and watch him do that and kind of stand over him while he does it. And then I'm gonna flick some like after him.
And give like the like.
Nah, just to like, because I don't feel like he's doing a good job.
Aw. Oh no, are you gonna exchange him?
Couldn't find your ass with both hands in your back pockets.
Trade him in for a younger model, eh? I know all about it.
Well, you know, he's fetching legs. He's
But is
that's
that
what he's
all
doing.
he can do?
I gotta help him. I gotta help him everything
she
he
has
does.
quality expectations of a man. Don't you understand?
Yeah, I got a high
She's a
bar.
model
Please
man.
tell me. We've got the shields online and we're calling the client.
Do it!
Better put that on speakerphone, baby.
Yeah, there's all to hear the kerfuffle.
The pilot is still sort of like looking to Dr. Z for confirmation. He's like, his hand hovering over the communicator button to punch it in.
I'll just kind of do one of those.
Oh, look at him. You're as
I'll just do a
lost as
point at
last
Trevor
year's
and be
Easter
like-
egg.
You go ahead, Trevor.
Well, like a finger gun.
Yeah, just a finger gun to Trevor.
Herodotus reaches
way
out
that
as
you
quick as he
did
can
that
to kind
was
of to hold the,
very
the, the
cool.
doctor's hand down for a second, just to kind of delay the moment he leans close and goes,
Doctor, unless I remember completely wrong, these men were sent to rival us, and now we have turned them. Should we not play this out against our erstwhile employer or assailant if things had gone against us?
I'll start telepathically communicating into Harry's head now, so as to keep it secret from everyone else.
Yeah.
I can include Cleo in it as well, and I'll just say, just taking everyone to a
Group
little
chat.
aside. Meanwhile, the body's just doing this to everyone in the room. It's just just clicking, just
Finger guns.
Just totally not sus,
keeping
not
everyone
sus
like
at all.
preoccupied, and I say,
And they're watching, sort of confused and enthralled as he's just sort of doing this weird little sort of finger gun dance. And like, the guy's like literally got his finger like hovering on the control, about to push it, looking more and more confused.
Harry, I do believe, as we've learned, that these men were sent to save us from that situation. And haven't you also brought them into your employ?
Yeah, I'm not saying to turn on them. I'm saying, isn't a little, as the kids say nowadays, sus? These men just show up to essentially steal our glory. My point is, I think they were sent to assassinate us, and therefore not have our client need to pay us for our hard work.
I don't agree with this assessment, but
Very well.
look, I'm not saying don't.
I won't go all crazy today. I know you're all looking forward to just see crazy Harry just do his crazy thing.
Well, yeah, that's
You know
kind
what?
of.
Not today, sir. Not today.
How very self-aware of you,
Today
Harry.
I shall. Yes, some of us have to be, Doctor. We can't just rely on our gelatinous good looks. God, how unfeeling can you be? Should I call you Reese from now on? Is that what you want? You want to turn everybody away, Doctor? You want to hurt everybody's feelings?
I'll telepathically like impart the emotion of like, don't worry, you still got it in the looks department onto Harry. try and ease this little panic attack of his. And then I point, and then I click at him as well.
Suddenly sort of like pulls himself together and so like,
Very well. Carry on. I must be excused for a moment.
Yeah. What about you, Cleo? How are you feeling about all this?
I mean,
Looks like you've got a little fella over there.
When the Lord.
Little leg
Well,
lad.
no, I do. I'd like to keep this one. I'd like to keep leg lad.
Leg
Leg
lad.
Leg. This is turning into the secret Lord of the Rings episode.
yeah.
Yeah, I expect I'll be keeping Legoland around, and now I really need to be getting paid because I'm gonna have to start buying him things if I'm gonna keep him and Tomato Boy.
Well, maybe you should discuss with leg lad a higher percentage of.
I'm thinking that we are the only ones getting paid here because now this is our army.
Exactly. They are
We'll
sworn
pay.
to us.
We'll pay them.
Yeah, a percentage.
We'll just negotiate them a higher fee from,
Well, seeing as we now hold all the
they
cards,
ain't gonna know. Look at them. So dumb they could throw themselves on the ground and miss.
Yes, just don't tell them. I think it'll hurt their feelings. Now, anyway, meaning that we have now taken all the muscle of the employer. Now, upon
Harry,
meeting
get
them,
on that phone call and get us a higher fee.
Yes, ma'am.
Harold goes straight for the communicator.
See, Dr. Z, you gotta send him to go do something he's
Well,
good at.
I was getting there, but I'm glad you got there first.
It's dialed in, ready to punch this thing onto speakerphone as Herodotus sort of rushes forward. It's literally just a button press away from making
Okay,
the call.
Herodotus rushes to the phone, picks it up, and goes,
This is the Archangel. Come in.
I then nod at Trevor and say, "Yes, do the patch it through."
engage.
The voice of the gilded rotund synth comes straight down the line, and her projections pops back up on the screens. Like,
Is it done?
It is done. We are ready to proceed. You can bring in your wet crew. Do the dirty work. We will hold any process enemies be.
Good. We will send in the organics to deal with the situation. Your payment will be arriving with them.
Yes, very good, very good. Now, the mission
What that
has turned
payment
out to be
gonna be?
somewhat heavier load than previously expected, and we shall have to have augmented payment to make up for the bother.
I see. And with what are you planning to make this bargain? It seems to me that we already have one.
Seems to me that if you don't make good on our handshake deal, then I and my newfound loyal crew shall have to make life very difficult for your organics, as it were. We have untold firepower at our disposition, and, I don't mind saying, a willingness to spill blood for gold. Proverbial, of course, we wouldn't take payment in that, well, the metals. All over the place. No, planet full of them. It's an old Earthwise colloquialism, and we're quite fond of it. Evokes a great age of exploration, of pirates, of heroes of the high seas.
You are a very vexing one, Organic. Name your price.
As I say, I shall need lifetime pensions for all of my companions. We shall have a payout of 1/4% of one bond in your company, just to ensure that our pay is in hand with yours, yes?
We would prefer to make a bulk transfer and end any relationship as quickly as
You
possible.
very well. No need to be uncivil. Very well.
rude.
Then we shall take, let's say, 400,000 credits for the core crew, and then an additional, let's say, 90,000 per head of lower officer class. Of course, there has to be dispositions for the bear, and we have a newly added pterodactyl to the crew, which of course adds a tremendous cost in livelihood, and also, of course, transport. You have to dot your
You do need a
T's
terrarium.
and cross your I's, as I always say. So, yeah. I would say, as a bulk prize, let's just push it to 250,000, and maybe you throw in some of that nice weaponry we had a look at earlier, yes?
Why don't we give you a nice round 20,000 credits, and I don't spend the better part of 1 million on an army to destroy the lot of you?
How about you
But I
say
like
yes to the
money.
million, or we'll blow this motherfucker out of the bloody sky?
Herodotus says, and then it presses a button that says, like target locked or some shit.
You can hear all this muttering and murmuring going on back there. God, what do I do here?
Can I quickly do an aside? Has Reese arrived?
Reese is, Reese is about to arrive. Probably, if you stall this conversation, he will
I'll
arrive during it.
telepathically message to Harry and Cleo and say, Reese is almost here. You all transport over there. I'll stay here as ambush. What would a saying be to make sure that, like, just in case something happens? Because, the plan before was me staying here with the
collateral?
turrets. Yeah. I'll stay here and I'll keep my gun, the ship's guns trained on the station as collateral.
Exactly.
We need to reburst the whole.
Exactly.
All right.
Herodotus sort of theatrically calls to the doctor in front of the communicator and goes,
Doctor, if you were to open fire with all the firepower at your disposition, how long do you prognosticate that it would take you to tear the station into little bitty pieces that could never be put together again, just like that delightful little egg?
Meanwhile, the mercenaries are now looking like a lot more panicked. Like, wait, you can't ruin this. You've got to keep the
Steady,
deal.
men, stand ready. I will make sure that you're paid more than you could ever believe.
I might have lied a little bit, just a tiny bit, when I offered you 60% of our fee. We're not getting paid in credits.
What are you getting paid in?
They have our people.
They have your people.
Herodotus can barely subdue a giggle.
You mean more people who are connected to you by blood?
Yes.
Now, servants of my bloodline from here on to the end of the universe.
Whatever. But look,
That means my people. My goodness. We must set my people free.
well, look.
Herodotus has just transitioned from being kind of opportunistic to now become
Moses.
the fucking Moses.
They're never gonna settle for 1 million.
Well, then we will have to do something cleverer, won't we? Doctor,
Like take the 20,000.
Well, yes.
I like how it's we have to do something clever. Where's Dr. Z?
Well, no. If we take the 20,000, they'll know something's up. We'll still have to insist.
But if we take the 20,000 now, they'll just think we're weak because they offered it and then we refused it, and now we come back and say, "What the fuck you talk about, man?"
Yeah.
On your lead.
I mean, you've got a very good bargaining position. You might never get a million credits because obviously they could afford to hunt you down to the ends of the earth for that much. But they could certainly offer a significant more of a prize than the 20. Well, it's the 20 and a great big space frigate full of royal honey. Let's not forget. And however many prisoners they have of these mercenaries' families.
Okay.
They ain't getting the honey though.
I have a.
Sorry, that ain't
I
in
think I
our
have a
wallet.
plan. I need the bear. Bear, where are you? Bear!
Harry!
Yes. You won't.
Harry!
Yes, it's me. It's Harry, your friend. Don't you remember? Are you okay, Bear? Did you eat too much?
That's my friend Harry.
Are you constipated
That's
again?
my friend Harry.
Do you need?
Well, you know.
Do you need some time
I
on
do.
on the porcelain throne? Your Highness?
I try to stay regular, but
Yeah, I've been getting your fiber. Have you?
I mean, I've been eating tomatoes.
But that's not fibers, my friend.
Oh,
Those
why?
are full of sugars, but it's not good for you. You got to look after that
I don't know
diabetes.
about that. I ate like 37 kilos of those before we got
Have you
here.
been staying hydrated?
Why do you think I had so much energy?
No time for this.
37 kilos of tomatoes a day. That's what I thought.
Listen, Bear. I've just had a revelation. The Lord spoketh unto me. We
who's
have
that?
a people
Who's that?
now.
We do.
Okay.
Look, what's going on?
Shut up. This is important. Bear.
She's looking more and more flustered.
Bear.
Harry!
You might not know this. I just had the entire mercenary crew swear themselves to me in a legally binding process, which has made them my serfs. Well, serfs, men at arms, you know. Yes, indeed. It's one of those lovely little quirks of law within the Empire of Earth. And I actually love it. You know, I studied law in my youth at one point before I took the service.
I see.
Anyway, enough of that. More on that later. So, anyway, what I'm saying is that the mercenaries aren't fighting for money. They're fighting on a obligation of familiarity. Yes, it seems our erstwhile clients are holding their... But I'm not certain who they are. It might be cousins, for example. Or a closer family, even. It doesn't really matter. It might be a clan sort of system. I'm not sure. Let's delve deeper into the cultural schematics later. What I'm saying here is, and listen close, we are on a quest. We must set my people free. If you understand the reference, you also understand the fact that I now see myself as godly chosen, as would inside the legal system, elevate me to a 4th level equestrian. It's a lovely little piece of hereditary knighthood or something. I'm not sure. This is quite ancient.
Yeah. Well, now that makes about as much sense as tits on a bull, but...
That would be a cow, my
Yep. Well...
Yes. So that makes
it seems like
sense.
maybe you definitely didn't get it, but that's fine. That's fine, baby, because I'll go on your quest.
Yeah, very good.
But I need to get back to Jordan.
Who's Jordan?
Jordan? My dactyl.
Yeah. Oh, right.
I named him after something that I seen Reese showed me.
Oh.
Yeah, Reese's favorite TV show.
Oh. What's that?
Just different. It was like a warrior show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you would like it. They just fight. They just fight for like about 6 hours.
I'm more of a theater kind of person, you know. I'm a lover of the opera.
And they fight over and over like you. And the best one, the one that rack up the most kills, that one's Jordan.
A copy of Dory.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like a bad one, so that's what I picked.
Right, no, none of this. My point is, yes, you need to get back to the dactyl. Yes, I mean, just stand ready, companions in arms and all that, you know. Tally ho.
During all this, Reese pulls in. You can sort of see like he's flying sort of like, a little bit sort of confused. He doesn't know where you guys are parked, but he flies into the scene. But you can also see something small, something tiny. It's too small for you to make out exactly what it is flying straight towards Reese through the air.
What?
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Did we all see that thing?
So just the pilot and
Okay.
Z would have actually seen it.
Okay. I quickly say to Trevor, Trevor, have we got shields? Any at all?
Yes, shields are back. Shields are back.
That item gets close enough. Do we even know what it bloody is, Trevor? What is that spec?
I can't tell. It's too small to be a fighter. It's
Exactly what I thought. Do you think it's
maybe an escape pod.
a missile of some sort, perhaps?
It's moving.
Looks to be moving too slow for
It's
a missile.
moving towards the ship or away
Have the
from
glue
it?
gun ready. At the very least, we'll trap it.
I can't work both at once.
Well, then hand it over here. And, yeah.
He sort of points you in the way of the little engineering joystick. With his, it's basically like the thing is still unloaded, so it's just sort of like an aim and spray kind of deal.
Doctor, what do you see?
There's a tiny dot heading towards Reese. It's going too slow for a missile, but too fast for an escape pod. And I'm feeling nervous about it.
Do you reckon we could reach it in the in the fighters?
Yes, probably.
Very well. up, heralding us. We shall ride to the rescue of Reese.
All right, I guess then I'll stay in the ship we're in doesn't move, stays still, and I'll stay in the turret, still kind of as a tower type thing. Then.
And Herodotus runs ahead back to the fighters, leading his men and his bear of flame. Come, bear! There is great
All
deeds
right,
to be
so
done.
I guess the engineer and the pilot hang behind, or are you like frog marching them all onto the fighters?
On this man as we need, I guess. Frog march.
I'm coming, and I'm bringing my leg man.
Okay, so I guess the leg man is like in tow with
Do
Cleo
you
and the
think
two
he is like?
the two
do you think
mercenaries with the
he's
flat
like
tops.
into it, or do you think
like-
he's like, oh my god, I have to go back on?
He's looking like just more and more concerned that he's sighed like a sigh of relief now that Herodotus is kind of on side about rescuing their loved
Oh
ones.
my
at
god,
least.
is
But,
he married?
You can tell they're all looking a bit jittery
Is he
about this
married?
whole thing. Well,
Could be.
you don't see a ring, but he is wearing like full Space Marine armor,
I
so it's hard
mean,
to tell.
whatever.
You weren't expecting him to be untouched.
I mean, sometimes you find a diamond
I mean,
and you gotta
he's-
wipe
he's
some mud off of it.
He's a fine hunk of bunk, isn't he? You can expect that to go untouched
Just
for
because
so long.
it's
and you have to
been
be
in the
quick around
fridge
trigger.
for a few months don't mean it ain't good for eating.
All right, well, I'm
my point
going to need
exactly.
some piloting. I'm going to need some pilot
Yeah.
rolls
Very good.
to see if you guys can even actually get in to intercept this thing.
Fucking rolled a 20, a natural
No!
20
Oh,
shit.
on piloting.
I only rolled an 11.
20.
It's time for great deeds.
It's a rather unnatural 20. It's 15 plus 5, but
So
it is still a 20.
Oh, it's still a 20. It's a dirty 20.
Still as good as a 20.
I
20
only
is,
rolled
Yeah.
an 11.
That's okay.
Okay. Let me roll for my fighter ships as well, just to see how we're going. So I've got a 9 and a 17. So as you're all blasting out, Dr. Z is still just sort of watching through the windscreen, but aiming ready to sort of blow this thing apart if the synths make some sort of move. And Reese is sort of aimlessly drifting about looking for you as this thing, and as Herodotus, who's like zipping away, like he's flying like a genius madman, like ducking and weaving around all the flying debris. And as he gets closer, he can see that the thing that is rocketing its way towards the Grey Dragon,
Okay.
towards Reese, is a single synthetic. It's just a robot with little rockets
Hold
on its
on.
arms, blasting through space towards him. And you can almost hear
Nah.
the voice projected from it.
No, God, it's a religious one.
Sorry, no.
All fighters, come in.
I'm really
roll.
worried that
Okay.
the synth is somebody that we met earlier in the game that we made really mad and then we forgot about him.
Cleo, the synth is part of that AI mega hive mind
But what
that we
if-
just blew up from the station.
Yeah, but okay.
It's got the voice.
And it's
So,
you know how it took over the AIs and all these other ships that you guys
Yeah.
have been fighting. So that's why it's going towards Reese and saying, "Join me," because it wants to turn Reese into one of him.
Nah.
It wants to erase
Well,
Reese,
we're not gonna
erase
do that.
Reese and replace it.
he wants to erase him.
Nope.
But
you're welcome.
he has only rolled a 19
Uh-huh.
against Evan's
Holy
20.
shit, that's
yeah.
clutch.
That is massively close.
Okay.
Holy
Seeing
fuck.
as that those are two very high rolls, Decky, you're gonna have to do some heck of good explaining.
Yeah.
Some,
Oh yes. So you're all
epic
you're all
shit.
flying in. Cleo not so great. One of the other Marines not so great either. The one of the other Marines though, the third is
You're
like
not
coming in close, but she can already see that she's not gonna make it there in time. This thing is just rocketing through the air, its arms outstretched. You can see it's about to limp it onto the grey dragon. You're unsure as to how easily or how quickly it inject its own sentience into the
Gross.
systems, but for all you know, it could be instantaneous upon
All
contact.
right.
And it's there. It's zooming in, and there's a gleeful, almost like a cackle. Just its arms are spreading, its fingers getting wide, little drills appearing on the tip of each finger, just getting ready to just grab on, latch on to
I don't like
the
it.
grey dragon. And then Herodotus comes in. Herodotus, who was behind, almost like a meteorite of debris. He sort of whizzes around that corner, like a hero at the last minute.
Now for wrath! Now for ruin! In the end of the universe!
And moments before this thing latches on to Reese is suddenly realizing what's happening. He's like, no!
Reese, you bloody fool! Train your weapons on the scoundrel and fire!
No.
But Herodotus, at the last minute, swoops in, catching the synth with the nose of his fighter. The synth ending up clamping onto Herodotus' fighter instead. You can see like drills going in, wires popping out and digging into it, doing all sorts of damage to the ship. The displays on Herodotus' dashboard in front of him all sort of blinking and whirring, as then the controls go blank, go impotent. They're no longer working, and a voice comes over the speaker system.
Nice try.
As that fighter jet with Herodotus on it whirls around back towards the other three.
What?
Oh, shit.
Wait, I won, right?
You saved Reese.
You won.
But you're now in
shit.
danger.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
I thought anyway. All right.
You
Fizzle. I don't.
Yeah,
it
all
doesn't feel like
non-manual controls are now
saved
you're locked
Reese.
out of. The
It's
only
very
thing you
heroic.
can really do
Is manually do a
is
from within the ship.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
is
Wait, can I-
manually
can I-
eject yourself
Yeah.
from the ship.
Can I see him? If I look at is he straight in front of my window?
Oh, he's just like there, clutched onto the front, like the face, like into your face, like looking through.
Okay, I take my service pistol. I have a pilot suit on, right? Like with the helmet and shit.
I mean, someone said we should all put them on. I don't know whether or not that
I
happened.
mean, I'm a creature of the crowd, aren't I? So
I just
would have done
always wear mine when I'm not eating.
Just combat common sense, you know?
Sometimes I keep food in it.
Sometimes, man.
Soup sort of up
Sometimes.
to
And
the
then
chin.
whenever I'm
And
feeling
all
it,
the
just
time.
do a little.
But yes, I mean, as retroactive as that is, like there was talk of spacesuits being put on, and Herodotus may very well have discreetly sort of
No, it's fine if I don't. Just let's tell me so that I know before I either eject myself or do anything other to compromise the hull integrity.
Well, then you know what? We never said the words, so let's. Herodotus
What?
is not wearing a spacesuit.
Oh, fake right.
Okay.
Okay. Very well. Thick. Is there a self-destruct button?
There is, but you do not have control over.
Oh
it.
yeah, fuck. And I can't shoot either.
You can't shoot the ship, but you can shoot your pistol.
Yeah, but it's not like hanging in front of the machine guns or whatever.
You could fire the machine guns sort of manually, but you won't be hitting him because he's sort of latched onto the nose of the vehicle.
Okay, the vehicle. Well, in that case,
But he won't be self-destructing because he's only got, as far as you know, two copies of his consciousness in existence one in this fighter and one in that little synth there.
do I have communication with Reese?
Yeah, you've still got your communicator, and Reese is like right next to you now.
Okay.
Reese, make ready to accept your captain.
Oh my! Yes, Herodotus.
Very good. And then Herodotus grabs the
So badass.
If I eject, can I like steer what direction I take?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna
Really?
be like popped out.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh my
at the
god,
top,
you're
like
gonna
a,
eject yourself and you don't have a spacesuit on, bro. What?
This is
But what if he ejects himself straight into the airlock? Like he could literally, like if Reese sort of like, Reese,
Is that like, if you think about like space, is that even okay to do?
apparently you got 2 minutes if you hold your breath.
Okay.
But it's incredibly painful. But apparently you've got 2
I'm
minutes.
no stranger
Really?
to pain.
I mean, like
I've buried many a
I do
lover.
base my physics off Guardians of the Galaxy, and Guardians of the Galaxy
Oh,
has
okay.
done it several
Cool.
times now.
Cool.
So it must be okay.
So-
But he's an angel. That's why he can do it.
What?
Star,
man.
what's it called? What's his...
An
Yeah,
angel?
Herodotus is like a sickly
No,
old man.
the character from
Yeah, I know.
Guardians.
That.
Yeah. His dad's an angel, right?
No, he's a god.
Well, that's what his mother...
Well, his dad's a
a god, right? But his mother said, like, your father was an angel. It's like,
'Cause
anyway,
she was
but- sorry,
stupid.
Ignore me.
She was
His
like
daddy
a
was
cult-
a
Oh,
planet.
that's true.
yeah.
That's true. He wasn't even. I don't know. Whatever. We're not figuring this out tonight.
He had a bad childhood. Yeah. No, so I'm just gonna fucking
I
go
like
for
it.
it.
I like that. I like that spirit.
So Reese, seeing what the plan must be, pilots himself around, opening up stairs into the airlock, dropping the ship sort of down towards the upper section of Herodotus's fighter.
And as I pull the eject button, flying out into the vacuum of space, I take careful aim with my revolver as I glide by, so bloody fly, and direct a shot towards my Synth.
Okay, so let's have that shot, and then I'm going to roll a dice for Reese's piloting,
Okay.
holding all my fingers crossed.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Wasn't horrible.
Well, okay.
Okay, so in midair, turning very, very pale, holding his breath best he can, eyeballs looking like they're sort of getting sucked out a little bit, as sort of just strapped onto the seat that's being rocketed out. Herodotus takes aim and blasts at the synth, smacking it clean in the face, blowing out one of its eye sockets.
yeah.
You're only dealing 1 point of damage, but
Damn.
he's blasting this thing's head open as it's like hissing at him. And Herodotus flies towards Reese,
Yes.
who's rolled a 13, thank goodness. As Herodotus.
Sticky, can you tell us what his Herodrum see when they see this? Can we get this all from the Herodrum's point of view?
Okay, yes. That seems like a good idea. So they're all coming in behind. They fail to intercept the thing, but they see Herodotus heroically come in. They see the ship being taken over. It's turning around, training the guns on them. They're all getting ready to fire. Like, Herodotus would want it that way. He wanted to be taken down before any of his people
Oh, I
got shot.
like that they're
sure of it.
immediately in fucking like one with me. They fucking get me.
They're ready. They're aiming. They're going to take this thing out. They've
Maybe
got
they're a
their
little
fingers
too
on the
fucking
button.
excited to shoot their commander. Not 100% sure that I'm okay with this, but fine.
And then Herodotus rockets, just shoots out. It's like, is he wearing a spacesuit? He's not wearing a spacesuit. He's a madman. No, he's a hero.
He's a god.
Keep going.
This is not
Herodotus
greatest hero in
flying
the
through
world.
space,
Oh.
eyeballs bulging and turning sort of yellow.
Yeah.
Aims his little pistol,
Like it or not,
Shooting.
this is peak performance.
catching the synth square in the face as he then crashes into through the door into the Grey Dragon. Door quickly closing behind, airlock opening up, and oxygen finally sort of just rushing into the enclosure as he tumbles, sort of just smashing and rolling around as he's suddenly
Wow.
struck by the artificial gravity of the Grey Dragon, tumbling about in the airlock, bumping his head and his shoulder on the way in, dropping his gun, flopping all over the place, falling out of the seat because he wasn't strapped in properly.
No spacesuit, no seatbelt.
But no spacesuit, no seatbelt,
Wow.
but alive.
In well preserved. Yeah.
And it's at that very moment that the two Herodorum,
Herodotus.
I think, members of his Herodorum, take fire at the control-stricken.
His previous
What was I
fighter
trying to
jet.
say? They shoot his previous fighter jet and the synth that's
Okay.
taken it over.
Ooh.
We got a 13 and a 5. One of them just sort of, grazes past it, not hitting it. But the other aims true. Dealing 9 points of damage. The synthetic is just wiped out, goes flying away off it. The ship itself is just shot all to pieces, but it is still driving in and aiming its guns at them. But Cleo is still there.
Ah, yes.
I'm gonna
Come, bear.
I'm gonna look over at Leg Boy or whatever, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you see that? You see that, Leg Boy?
Yes! Take the shot! It's gonna train its
Now-
guns on us any second.
I do things with a slow hand here. You come on over. Hand me the leg. Come on.
He's just thrusting the leg, almost sort of shoving it straight
Now.
into Cleo's mouth.
You see it? You still see it?
It's aiming.
You just remember that if you ever upset me, I'm gonna be this crystal when I take the shot at you.
Oh God! Look, it's aiming at us. It's aiming at us.
And I just rolled a 15.
Please let that be enough.
You have rolled the absolute minimum damage you can do with this thing. You've rolled. Like,
He
it's like a
doesn't know
three-eyed
that.
snake.
He just
3
knows
ones
that I
for the damage
definitely
roll.
hit.
A wizard is never late.
You did definitely hit.
Nor is she accurate.
But you could have rolled between 3 and 18 for
Hey,
damage there, and you've rolled
He just
3.
needs to see it. He just needs to see the message.
This is some harsh manipulation shit, Cleo.
Yeah. Well, Cleo aims, sort of almost like, not even looking where she's aiming. She's looking at the captain
Yeah.
by her side, staring into his eyes as she takes the shot. And perfectly, the blaster just flies through the air. It hits the enemy fighter. It deals 3 points of damage. And the fighter just kind of goes out. The lights just go out.
Listen,
And
when
it's
it's
just
enough,
drifting.
it's enough, baby. Woo!
It's a little bit anticlimactic. There was no explosion.
It's not anticlimactic.
But,
He saw the slow and certain death of an ingrate floating alone in space, cold, whatever. I can't think.
meanwhile, where Dr. Z is, there's just been this synth has just been screaming at him, demanding at him. She's actually been raising the price as well. She's gone as high as 35,000 now, just trying to get someone to answer.
Continue to not reply and just look at Trevor and say, "So, Trevor, where do you come from?"
Take the deal.
Trevor, it's not our place to take the deal. We're here to make sure everything's safe and that we don't get jumped. Also, keep your eye on that station. We may need a fire. So, Trevor.
They've got all my brothers. They've got. She can hear us.
Thing is, I would take the.
I feel like you ignoring her is kind of like a negotiation.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So I'll just keep kind of keep inquiring to Trevor. How many of your brothers have they got, Trevor?
All 3.
Now, did your brothers do anything wrong, Trevor?
Well, we all do something wrong now and then, but
Yes.
these people aren't the police.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's not like a prison thing.
Right.
We're not going to release your brothers and realize that they're all murderers.
Like we haven't done that before.
They're not murderers. They're assassins.
Well, I mean, there we go. I think it's important that we define these things, Trevor.
Wait, I thought they were
But his brothers,
mercenaries.
they might be mercenaries. His brothers might be assassins, though.
Wow. Okay, I'm just kind of relishing the
I mean,
Isn't that like the
amazing
same thing?
smorgasbord of minions we're about to have.
Isn't every
Yeah.
assassin a mercenary?
Maybe.
that's
Isn't
fair.
it like just, yeah, okay,
Point.
fair point.
See, so then my fucking theory held true that they did send them to kill us.
But they didn't send the assassins, unless they did.
Well, unless they were all assassins.
An
You
assassin
said
is
one
just a
like the
really
other.
quiet mercenary.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
the
I
mercenary
was thinking,
band might
I
have
was
been
trying
a
to
whole
find those
squad of
words as
assassins.
well, Cleo.
I mean, that
A
said,
spy is just a really observant mercenary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, spies are usually kind of nationally oriented. Unless they're,
Ah,
like,
shut up,
industry
Evan.
I'm sure there are plenty of mercenary spies.
spies. Yeah, probably.
Which you feel like, I
Jesus
guess, like, there would be some assassins that aren't mercenaries too. Like a
My
CIA
point is,
assassin.
since they're all
isn't,
now sworn to my bloodline until the end of the fucking universe, legally binding, then I'm just
He's staying
kind of
away from the voodoo
Really?
man.
Fuck no, Ooh, where I get my power, B.
Yes. So I continue the chat. And Trevor, how many more of the crew crew's families and associates have been taken by. What's your name again? Speaking into the.
Shit.
Into this.
So rude. Dang.
God, did I give her a name? I don't think I did.
Maybe not.
Just call her
Let's just call her Goldie. That's funny.
Or just her
Gold.
title. Yeah, anything. That's fine.
gold in my ear.
What's like a like a sort of a private organization sort of title thing like
Acquisitions.
CEO, more
Oh,
grand sounding.
chairwoman.
Chairwoman.
Chairwoman. That's pretty good.
I'm Chairwoman Goldie.
Right, Chairwoman Goldie. Is this all true?
Goldie.
Of course, we're going to return them all. You all completed the job. Now, we're sending in the organics. Don't shoot.
Seems like we both have hostages now, Trevor.
And they haven't agreed.
Yes, don't shoot. We're sending in the
I
organics.
was talking to Trevor, Goldie. Trevor.
Ooh.
We seem to both have hostages now. And have you, keep that gun aimed at that exposed hole.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he is
Exposed
like,
hole.
yeah, steadfast. Like he's like, yeah, like this is sort of this is it now.
Keep that gun aimed at.
All right.
Your
Now, Goldie,
exposed
you will
hole.
await. You will keep your organics at bay until negotiations have been completed.
Ooh, keep all your hands and feet and legs and tails inside the car at all times while the ride is in motion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For all we know, that thing might be replicating. It might be building an army. We need to get in there. We need to see what's going on the ground.
Yes. Well, one moment. Buzz, Harry. Harry.
40,000. You have to take 40,000.
Doctor, how's the negotiations going, eh?
Oh, quite the explosion there, Harry. Huh? Got there just in the nick of time. Yes. Cleo, you there?
Just like that time in
Dr. Z,
Vietnam,
Dr.
don't you
Z.
know? You know when we wrote those bad
Oh, Cleo, I
scribbles?
saw what you did there.
Lights out.
Yes. Trevor saw it as well, didn't you, Trevor? Go on, Trevor. Tell her you saw it.
Yes.
It was a good shot. It was a good
Leg
shot, man.
boy.
Trevor, a
Leg
bit more
boy's here
enthusiastic,
too.
please. Oh, Leg Boy.
Come now.
Leg Boy, how are you doing?
Leg boy, get on the phone. Get on the phone
Yeah.
now. Tell Trevor you saw it too.
Just close the
Leg Boy, did you
deal.
see it as well? Trevor saw it. We all saw it.
Oh, the deal. Doctor, how's the deal
Oh
going?
yes, they're going on about the deal, but I told them to wait while we have this little chat. I mean, it's not every day you.
Oh, yes,
do a little-
obvious. I mean, family time is family
You were
time.
in complete space for a moment there.
Yes, took my little free walk, you know. Free solo.
You a little crispy now?
Yeah, well, you know, feeling a little frosty around the edge.
You better have
Yes,
it.
yes,
You better
yes.
have a tomato.
Literally ice
You
in his
better have a
eyebrows
tomato.
and stuff.
Yes.
Call me Gee and take me to Flavor Town.
You better have a tomato though. I'm serious.
Cleo,
Yeah.
Cleo, Harry,
Can I get it
Reese,
with extra
Crew,
hot sauce?
Trevor, Leg Lad. Apparently, the chairwoman
Leg lad.
Goldie here has hostages of all of these crew members.
Is that
Yes,
true, Legolas?
I think they would know.
Leg man,
They have my daughter.
you have a child?
Well, I've got two children. My son left.
You didn't
That's
tell
not the
me
point.
about that.
Well, we've
I
been
don't
very
think
busy.
we were ever that busy. I don't know. It looks like we both have seen it from a different vantage, is the thing.
Anyways, yes, Harry, I'll leave the conversation to you, but I'll leave the group chat open. And I kind of go back to Trevor, winking and pointing.
So then I get back on the call with the
There's a
chairwoman.
big screen of you, of her, like Skype call style, looking all like regal and gilded and whatnot. And then there's Harry, like frozen tips of hair, a big bulging black eye, and just like. and just
kind of spitting out chewing out a loose tooth, and it's like,
and the breath is still frosty.
Your cherry.
yeah.
Your curiosity. How goes it? I trust all is well. Have you come any closer to accepting my figure?
As I told your friend, we cannot go any higher than 40,000. You must accept.
You said 50.
Can
You said
you?
50. You
Very-
just said 50. Sorry, I'll drop back up. You did just say 50. It's okay.
I never said fine, 50 if you take it now.
Well, if you can go 50, you can go 60.
I'm sending them in.
Doctor, could you pick some especially juicy targets?
Send them in. Send them in, but slow.
She's like, sort of yelling off to the side
They're
to someone
sending
else.
in their quote-unquote organics. Take aim, be ready to shoot them out of the black sky.
I nod to Trevor.
Do not think we won't do this, madam. We are desperados out here on the rim, and you have chosen the wrong lot to, well, as the colloquials might say, fuck with. We do not pay such ignorance with anything less than bloodlust. Now hand over the moolah, or your men will be space dust.
Am I able to
60,
put
you
my
said.
picture on the
I do believe
video
it's
chat?
70 now.
Should Cleo do it?
I'm also going to just join the video chat, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna put my arm around Leg Boy and just be like, "Look at this."
Yes, yes, indeed. Look at that. If that's what we do to our
Look at it, Trevor.
I'll tell you what, Herodotus Arthurion Mendleroth III.
I'd like to hear it in its full length. Do it again.
Herodotus
Arthurion.
Arthurion Mendleroth III
Yes,
of
indeed.
Earth, formerly of the Terran military,
Well, not formally.
Yes,
of
I
the
hate it,
Terran
won't you?
military. We will pay you a single payment of 100,000 credits. But if I ever see you again anywhere near our territories, if I so much as hear your name associated with any of our dealings, I will spend much more than the 900,000 more you requested to see that you do not live another day.
Well, I guess that's happening soon.
I look forward to seeing you too, darling. Now, action will be acquiesced to as soon as payment is confirmed. Good day!
Butter my butt and call me a biscuit. That's how it's done.
Indeed, sir.
And almost instantly, like ships start warping in, and there's a lot of them. There's just like all these like big engineering ships. They're surrounded by like armed fighters, almost like a space navy. This is obviously the organics all coming in as they also start appearing. Engineering ships just like flying straight in towards the thing to assess the damage. There's another sort of sleek ship that looks like it sort of just zips directly in. You can see that there seem to be people just docking straight in, like just running their way in. There's all the fighters just sort of circling around, protecting, and sort of, there's a lot of radio chatter. But more importantly, very near your position on the Grey Dragon, two other slightly different looking ships warp in. And one is a big, long truck, basically. So it's all these industrious little organics are sort of like going in, doing the wet works and sort of like trying to sort out the station, trying to survey the damage, trying to get in there and like safely reboot the system at a time before it was taken over by this viral thing. These two other big, bulky ships just warp in right near you. And one of them is a big, long truck. It's like, I mean, it's basically a truck. It's a long rectangular ship.
It's the cargo ship.
It's sort of
Filled
it's kind
with
of like
honey.
ribbed along as though it's sort of modular. So it's sort of made of almost like a bunch of like kind of space
Okay.
shipping containers, all just sort of like thing on front that kind of drives it around.
Has it got big graffiti on the side of the thing that says Royal Honey Incorporated?
Yeah.
Written on the cargo containers?
I mean, it's got to, doesn't it? Like, this is like a Royal Honey logo just plastered on
It's
each and every
just
one
one
of
of
these
those
shipping
no
containers.
symbols with bees in it.
Yeah. So good.
And the other is what looks like a transport
Is that
ship.
one
Oh my
full of
God.
people's
What-
families?
Yeah, the mercenaries are all like looking at the transport ships like,
Gross.
did we do it?
Now Leg Boy's gonna have kids everywhere.
You're a stepmom and dad.
How is she both?
Because Cleo's body is male.
Yeah. And we just waxed our
I
balls.
see, yes.
Wait till you can really tell.
Yeah.
They look huge because you know how that's the trick, right?
Yeah.
She's a step parent. The two fighter jets that's right there. They immediately they're flying towards to dock onto this transport ship to see their loved ones. The pilot Trevor looking to Dr. Z like, can I?
And you watch.
Oh, screw it! And he just takes off, reigniting the ship and just blasting off away from the hiding spot and starts zooming towards the transport as well. It's a similar thing, guy, but they're all just like rushing on to be reunited
we're getting lured out.
with their loved ones.
Oh no, they're gonna blow us up. All those kids, and then Leg Boy will be single again.
Oh, that's evil. That's fucking evil.
Herodotus on board the ship safely with the ovum, the dactyl, and Reese. I guess Dr. Z just sort of taken along, and Cleo taken along for the ride to sort of see these tearful reunions. Prisoners, they're all humans. They're all sort of dressed in like these really, really plain grey jumpsuits, but they're all incredibly pleased and happy. They don't look like they've been massively mistreated, but they've all been definitely captured somewhere.
I'll walk over to Cleo.
And I don't know, is someone going to probably would be going to check out the honey stock?
Maybe that's what I'll do now that I've lost my boyfriend.
You're just gonna drop him off and then go straight for the honey?
I'm gonna literally drop him though. I'm not docking.
Going straight for the honey.
Shove him through the docking
I'm just
port.
gonna I'm not even stopping the car. I'm just gonna be like, bus stops here, partner. And I'm going to the honey truck because I need to eat again. And I don't want any more legs.
So
Honey
Cleo,
legs.
upon docking and sort of getting herself on the truck, it's got a very sort of sad, lonely little cockpit that looks like it's just
don't
got
make
two
it
seats
sadder
in
than it
where,
has to be.
A pilot and a co-pilot could sit.
Jesus.
Although
Oh my god, you're savage.
it's completely empty. It's as though they've warped this thing in here just through some sort of mass warping engine because it has no pilot. It's just sitting there. And sitting there, right there in the pilot seat, is this very nondescript looking case.
No, you do not do that to me because...
That's a bomb. Well, it's money. Could be money. Let's be optimistic.
Okay, well, I don't know. Can I roll a perception? Oh.
You can roll a perception. I mean, if it is a bomb, you are one of the best placed people.
You are the person we want to interact with.
If you're checking for bombs, it's
do we?
I'm worried that the AI is in it.
She's not necessarily good at not blowing a bomb.
You wrote that the AI is in this box.
Yes, because what if it's like a black box and the AI is inside it, and this is like a Hexus thing where I'm gonna open it and it's gonna zoom on out into the world again.
Like it's fucking you're Pandora.
I mean, that is exactly the sort of thing that a poorly written film would do.
Well, you never give me anything nice.
This is a Dick Dynamite thing.
This is a Dick Dynamite production.
This ship came from safely out of range of the infection. They were very intentionally holding back and waiting for you guys to clear it out.
Dickard came.
I'm just gonna fucking open it.
Do it.
I'm not rolling. You know what?
Okay.
Forget it. Because you only need to roll a perception if something could go correctly. And in this context, I don't think anything can. I've been dumped for kids. I'm greasy because I got turkey leg all over me.
So sure, that's a positive thing for her.
But it's it's just right now it's agitating me. I've been working all day. I'm alone in this sad cockpit. There's a gift and I'm having it.
So real, these emotions.
I need me a gift.
Cleo sort of flicks the latch, opens up the case, and sitting inside is 100,000 credits.
Oh, but it's mine.
With a small handwritten note sitting on top that says, "You'd better run."
Oh no, we've just pissed off more people, but that's what we do because we're the bastards.
And if Cleo were to look back into the into the cargo,
she might just see
you have in fact five independent shipping containers, each one filled to the brim with just these they're just sort of hanging there like these big plastic sacks full of royal honey.
I wonder what that shit actually is.
Biomatter.
Oh my god. BioLife, honey.
It's the honey that the Wraith monarchs
shit,
produce.
really?
So it's expensive as fuck.
It's good shit. Alright. Well, I'm happy.
It's what they feed their young.
Yeah, okay, I hadn't gotten that bit. I thought it was computer stuff.
No, that's what you've been looking at. That's what you've been understanding as honey. This is actual royal honey.
So that's an actual thing.
That's actual royal honey. The stuff that you've been calling royal honey this whole time just because it was blue was electronic liquid.
Okay.
So we've just kind of bullshitted our way into unquantifiable amounts of shit.
I'm gonna
And they rustled this up
shit
pretty
up
quick.
again. Arnold, Jesus.
I'm gonna go back there and have some to eat, and I'm gonna be like.
But if the ovum ever
This is what I call failing upwards. Holy crap.
yeah. It's called falling with style.
Yeah, exactly. You can call me Buzz Lightyear because I'm falling with style.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
I'm gonna eat a little bit out of one of these bags
Do it.
Heck yeah, Cleo.
because I just
Fucking
want to
get
have
you
some.
us.
And while
Get
I'm
U.S. Dolores.
and while I'm doing it, I'm gonna be like, this don't smell quite like what we was eating earlier.
But it does smell
That's a
very,
hell of a
very
thing.
rich.
That's a hell of a thing.
Ludicrously calorific. It's,
Delicious.
Just like men, nothing to be trusted in this world or the next. And I'm gonna hold on to that money.
But
So
how's the
don't-
hunt? Hey, yeah.
Don't worry.
I mean, I'm willing to share, but I'm not letting her have all the money. We can take that up in the next one.
I'm
How
just
do we-
hoping
how
that
do
I
you wanna
didn't
roll
say I
this?
was stealing it.
Yeah, I'm assuming Tay's joking. But
Cleo is not big on thieving.
yeah, Cleo wouldn't thieve. That's a Hakes move.
Hakes would steal it, but Cleo is more
Yeah.
like, I gotta protect it.
Yeah, Cleo's more about the fucking squat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hakes would have nicked it all.
Hakes would have fucking left
Drunk it
the
all away.
ship.
Hakes would have just kept pocketing bags as though she could somehow
Yeah,
take them.
Hakes would have been looting this whole game. So Hakes would have been looting, and then Leg Boy would have been much more disrespected than he was. So
So
I feel like Hakes wouldn't have been put off
yeah,
by
but
the
Cleo
children.
was kind of like,
true that.
Harry comes walking into the little sort of enclave he has made to give the ovum little space from the ever-present life outside. And so he comes into the little enclave and carrying a stiff drink, so sitting down and petting the egg and going, that was your day, son. My was full of brushes with death. Yeah, it's a hard life to be a daring new captain upon the sea of space. But I tell you this, my lad, it's honest work.
And yeah, meanwhile, Dr. Z is on the mercenaries ship, which is sort of like latched itself onto the transport ship for them to traverse across. What say ye? What's your
What's
it
it
all about?
Ugh, look at it all.
Well, they're all like at the moment there's suddenly these tearful reunions. Like they all feel at least indebted to Herodotus and company, although perhaps they don't quite seem to understand just how indebted he believes they are to him. Or indebted but not indentured. Is that the
Herodotus has a very sudden realization, and he gets on the communicator. Doctor, where are you?
I'm currently on board the newly acquired Plentiful Pantry Mach 2 Honey Hive.
The honey boogaloo? Yes, I love it. All right, I'm coming to you. Hold on.
Harry,
Yeah. Yes, Belle.
Harry, come on up here. I've got the money case. I'll spread them out on the floor and you can roll yourself in them.
Sweet money. Hurrah.
So, to be clear, Cleo's on the truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
A cargo truck.
Then Herodotus takes his little plane, flies over to where Cleo is.
Yeah, come on over here.
Is Z gonna come there as well?
I just want company.
Very well, Doctor. You come as well. There's enough money for all of us. I did a hell of a negotiation, don't you know? We'd have to do for godly powers in a day.
Trevor, the ship's AI on board the Grey Dragon is named Reese. Communicate with Reese to find out further instructions.
And tell him he's a cutie.
A what?
A cutie. You
And a
heard
cute.
me.
Yes, tell Reese they're a cutie.
We'll punch it in.
Don't punch. Be gentle. He's a solid soul. Caress it in. Dinner and a movie.
Look, I think
Don't think
things
so much.
are getting a little bit dicey here. You know, there sure are a lot of them and very few of us. If you take my meaning, perhaps discretion would be the better part of valor at this point. We really would like to get our families somewhere safe.
Yes, very well.
They're coming.
Either way.
Oh, a convoy then? It strikes me that the closest port might be New Terra.
Yes, good choice. Good choice. We shall name you Chief Navigator.
Well, I already am.
Be grateful.
Oh,
Okay, we're heading to New Terra. You're a good man, Harry. With
I know.
anything you need from us, you say the word.
Only your blind obedience and love.
Congratulations on your promotion, Chef Negotiator. No, Chef Navigator.
Don't you touch my honors, Doctor. There's only one.
I think this guy is sort of now higher up the picking order than their prior captain, who's just been kind of completely.
Been denuded.
He's just turned into Cleo's laptop.
He's now boatswain number 1.
As the two of you get on board the truck with Cleo to sort of see all your newfound wealth, the transport ship and the mercenary frigate prepping themselves ready for a jump toward the New Terra system. Well, what do the three of you have to say for yourselves?
We've done bloody well.
I don't know. Zim zoom, bada boom?
Yes, I can't believe that worked.
No.
If someone takes the driver's seat of the truck.
Okay, I will. I'm the finest pilot in the galaxy.
And I guess Reese can still warp himself anyway. I guess you guys could also follow in a little inter-system blasting through space.
everybody
convoy.
take a stack of credits and
Into the
just hold it
distance.
to yourself and just breathe it in.
Yes, I absorb my stack into my body.
Ew. Herodotus calls to Reese.
Reese, make
Yes,
for New
Herodotus.
Terra. Plot a course and set following pilot programming for the rest of the ships in the convoy. Quick about it.
Oh, yes, sir. I have longed to return to the Terran systems.
We pay you to do our bidding, not talk.
Did I ever tell you Captain Reese was from New Terra?
You did not.
Oh?
And it's okay.
I will regale you with it another time, Herodotus.
Very good. Reese, give us the horizon.
The two mercenary ships blast off, warping through a warp hole. You can see like the action sort of going a bit crazy. The station seems to be lighting itself back up again. The lights are turning on one by one, and Reese blasts off, leaving you at the controls of the bus of the truck. But at this moment, the lights are turning on the station, as though the wetworks are getting things back under control, and even more ships start warping in. This time, there really is not a lot of them. The sky just seems to be sort of filling up with all these ships, and these ships are of a different design. These are all synth ships. These are some more of those giant Dorros. And there is one, biggest of all, but it's more of like a sort of just a big orb, and it has a lot of golden panels.
That's Goldie.
on it.
Okay, I'm gonna pull that little note out of the box, and I'm just gonna be like, y'all, you think this is what we might be needing to run from?
I do believe we're getting out just in time,
Yes.
Bell.
Reese, I hope you're pushing that
And
button.
as the
Punch it!
the chairwoman aboard her command ship is like glaring down at you, getting ready to aim all the cannons of this kind of the space armada. Reese
And
the truck
stares right back at her
warp
and
off
blows her a kiss.
to the safety of the human systems. And that is
Yay!
where we'll
Zoop!
end the episode.
Zoop!
We got there in the end.
Zoop!
Got there in the end. Holy shit. So wait, now we have a cargo ship. We've got Reese. We've got the transport ship that the families all came back in. We
also
have
have
the
real royal honey.
ship that the mercenaries had to begin with, but it's just like highly damaged.
Which is also equipped with
Fighter
four
Fighter ships.
fighter ships.
Cleo's got a pterodactyl
Not to mention we have a
and
servant
a people mover, ground-based vehicle,
My rover.
and your rover. And Harry's got
Still the
plentiful
plentiful
pantry.
pantry.
We have got a fucking armada.
And-
I'm glad that you said that so that we can write it all down later when I listen to this again. I need to take I need to make a new chart
plus we
of
have
like what's
all,
actually like in our inventory.
And on top of that, we have a contract with the jelly people to transport their jelly. So if we can find a
And
so
people to
if
do
we
the
can
work
find a
for
refinery,
free.
then we've got a cargo ship that can start performing that duty. You could really start building an army here, Harry.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, you guys are actually so you're gonna actually need some sort of bigger base of operations.
We need
you need
A garrison.
somewhere to
We need
park
to-
all these things.
No. Garcia Station. There was that place that we cleared out of all the bandits. We could go back there
That
and inhabit
tenement?
that one.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
That tenement?
Tenement?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like shitty
What's-
apartment building.
Tenement.
I know it was the it was like in the desert sort of thing. It was like that built into the cliff face.
Yeah.
What you guys did, your
Yeah.
sort of
Okay,
James
okay,
Bond
okay.
sneaking.
Yeah.
Kind of
All right. I was like, I'm not
Yeah,
going back
real
into that
sneaky.
place where we killed the
Proper ninja
docs.
shit.
And that was on Mid-Space Station.
Yeah, okay.
And the Wraith Queen that we left at Garcia Station, who probably is now the underworld leader there since we removed the other one.
Yeah.
She's a wraith, so she might have a way of selling the royal honey as well, or utilizing it.
Yeah, but we don't want to sell the raw
You've got-
honey. We want to use it to get
I mean,
my
you've got
egg
five.
with honey.
You've got 5
want my
containers
own
full of it,
fucking-
though.
Yeah. But we don't want to sell that shit. That's obviously.
I'm just
it's
saying
the-
that's what we've. That's just like. But also, maybe I'm planting ideas in your head here, Dickie. But there's also we've pissed off Deets, and now we've pissed off synthetic company that can build amazing bodies. So if those two ever meet, we're fucked. Because like,
Deets is gonna come back.
Do you
with
think
the
that I'm
most
ever gonna
fucking
see Leg Boy again?
ridiculous-
Nope.
Yeah, you're gonna see him on New Terra, hopefully, as long as they didn't
yeah,
flee
yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
else.
that's true.
he might just have
And
kids.
you don't know if he has a wife. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe he's just a good dad. Maybe you'll get to fall in love all over again. You gotta believe, man.
But yeah, like we've got a nice sort of like open-ended. Like
Everything happens
I
for a
quite
reason.
like that we're going to like a finally going to like one of these sort of like like main colonized planets that outside of the mid-space section. It's like like part of one of
That's
the empires.
true. That's true.
cool.
Anyway,
cool.
lots of cool shit.
I'll have to
I mean,
listen
this-
to that again.
This is nutty. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna like restrain you guys now when you've got so much potential things at play
Dick,
that
just
you could
be
like,
the IRS.
sidestep problems I throw in your way. I mean, I think it's gonna have to be like a more money, more troubles kind of situation.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but maybe now that we have, like we have a people whose service to us is not just blood bound, but like it's bound in lawful contract.
Great. So now the IRS is coming and we're in trouble for tax evasion.
Well, we haven't evaded no taxes.
And
Yeah,
you guys are going to like a place that is actually a haven of law right now. You're leaving behind the
Exactly.
the
Maybe we
mid
can-
spaces and
Shit.
Garcia stations and
Maybe we can use this to gain some station
This-
in the empire. I mean, it's an empire, right? So it
Yeah.
has obviously returned to some sort of semi-feudal state.
well then, thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you, bastards, for playing.
Thanks. It was great.
Thanks.
Thank you for not messing with my my universe too significantly.
Oh, we've just getting started, baby.
Look, now you've got all these like these ideas for like literally like shipping fucking raw credits. And
This is
converting them
turning
and stuff
into
like
like
it's
Sim
gonna turn into an
City.
empire.
Yeah, it's turning into Traveler.
Oh, that could be our next kind of thing, is to like establish ourselves. Is it a
No, we're
Garcia
going to
station
New
we're going
Terra.
New Terra. If you establish ourselves in New Terra as like a local power, and we play the politics game, and like we become big, and then we lead the rebellion against the empire, we take that shit over.
Kings of the universe.
That'd be great. Yay. Masters.
I mean,
of
the galaxy,
universe.
the galaxy is
Yeah.
your oyster.
The guardians of it.
Exactly. And I mean, Herodotus does have the makings of a true king.
Some empty dust bowl somewhere that you can rule over.
What? No, I'm gonna rule from the center of the empire. Come on,
in
man. You can have ambition.
Coruscant.
You've got 100,000. This is like the country kid going to the city
That's how
with
you
like
start.
$100, being like, "I'm rich," and then realizing,
Yeah, but you
No,
remember, like
I'm not saying
one
Life
of,
has
not-
a way of
one
handling
one
those
of Herodotus's
people.
few advantages. He did take like some like quite debilitating disadvantages. He's got poor aim. He's got a gammy leg, but he is actually well connected, particularly in this
Yeah.
part of the galaxy.
Okay.
Yeah,
He,
and
he literally like he's got his family estate. If they go not just literally like 2 planets in on this solar system,
Yeah.
you get to Earth.
There you go.
Where Herodotus literally has his ancestral family home.
that'd be fun.
yeah, I'm just saying, like
He's
yeah,
a,
we
he's,
gotta-
he's
we
a
gotta-
well
we gotta-
connected
No, there's lots of
fella.
fun things.
we gotta play the game.
So there's Yeah, I mean,
Gotta dream big.
think about it, because there's all sorts of stuff we could do from here. But then again, also, you might have to check in with the military who have had him posted somewhere else.
Imagine Cleo meeting a real bear.
Maybe that becomes the crux of our rebellion. I mean, if you read your Gibbon, which I keep saying you should, you'd know. Late on in the imperial story, there's a lot of pretenders to the crown. We might need to.
Are you going to
learn
be the
how
new princess of
political
Wales?
situation is going on and the.
Knew it.
Oh hell yeah! Gonna pull me a Diana
Nah, people liked Diana.
on a beach. I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm the current.
Right.
I'm the current
Nope.
one. I'm gonna kill off the current
That's
prince
not the
and then
point
take
that
over the
Cleo
throne.
made, but okay.
Isn't it?
Anyway, should
Then
I?
Yeah, let's
stop
stop recording.
That's a good place to end it.
Do you have any other bits we need to get?
Okay, explain this one to me.
I like that. That
Explain it
gives
to
me a
me.
raging bee. Listen to Evan not getting it. And thanks
Thank you,
to
patrons.
our patrons who keep us
Keep this show on the road.
alive and kicking. And who are those people?
Cheaper,
It's cheaper by the dungeon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Lucas Duff
Duffman
of
never
Ballad of the
dies.
7 Dice.
Amazing. Thank you.
And Marcus Brackelman,
Brackly
our
boy.
secret favorite.
Thank you.
And Fernando Garcia of
Garcia Station.
The only Garcia Station.
Only one.
Yep. I fell off there. Yep.
Yep.
And Noodle,
Noodle.
whose secret name is Dan. Don't tell anyone.
And he
Pass it on.
lives somewhere on
in a noodle.
on
in a
Earth.
bowl.
Every week we'll tell you a little bit more.
Yeah, he is a citizen of Earth.
Hmm.
See if you can find him.
Yes.
And the Abale Queen.
Abale Queen.
Check her out if you need maps
Maps.
for your TTRPG that you play, because you listen to this, so you probably got one.
You need maps.
I hope maybe you don't. If you don't got one, you can start now.
Go look at them. They're still pretty.
And Nicole,
Nicole!
who is our actual marketing coordinator. So
And
thank you so
amazing,
much,
and-
Nicole, for taking care of us
Yes.
and being the best bastard that ever was.
Find her on Twitter and let her know that you appreciate her as much as we appreciate her. Thank you.
Yeah, and Randy, who's
Randy.
a fellow podcaster.
Yes.
Ba-da-da-da. Get ready, we about to tweet him out hard.
Yes.
And a new patron. We don't know your actual name, but on Patreon, it's YBots
Yeah.
999.
And Ybots may be our coolest
He may be a
youthful listener as well.
They may be a synth.
He may be a synth. We're not sure. Ybots, hack this message and let us know.
010101.
Thanks, everyone.
Out.
Bye.
Thanks, y'all.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
Thanks, Bernice. Oh my god.
Who the fuck is Bernice?
I'll tell you who Bernice is. She's a dirty hoe.
Dolores, are you meeting up with people behind my
I'm in
back?
quarantine, you dumb hoe.
You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be, Dolores. You're supposed to be in quarantine.
I'm supposed to be, don't you think I am?
I don't know
Well,
if you am, because now you be talking about Bernice and I'm feeling a little left out. I'm a little annoyed.
Are you trying to tell me you don't trust me? Are you trying to tell me
A
you
little
don't
bit.
trust me?
A little bit. You're a shady bitch.
Well, I'm white. I can't believe you.
I saw you eating Bernice's meatballs at the party and I was like, yeah,
How did you know it was Bernice's? I mean, how do you know it's Bernice's meatball?
I could smell him like a
How
mile
does her
away, like a
meatball
trash
smell?
can on
You tell
fire
me
with
that, you
nail polish
dirty.
in it. Nah, it isn't meatball smell. It's not meatball smell. It's something else. It's something.
Something what?
It's Bernice's
Something made
meatballs.
up?
It's not my
Perhaps?
meatballs.
Maybe this is just false
I make
drama.
meatballs
This
for you,
is
Dolores.
Fake news. I'm taking this up with Donald.
Well, why don't you go take this up with Donald? Because you know what? Have his meatballs too, why don't you?
You
I
always
make you
have to go
meatballs,
for the
Dolores. I
meatballs.
made you
what
meatballs.
about the ragu? Cooking's not all meatballs, Dolores.
What about the ragu?
ragu's the center
people?
part. The meatballs are just
I'm
there
not
to
gonna
carry
argue
the
with that.
sauce. Obviously.
Meatball is just a
It's
vehicle.
a vehicle, like a sponge.
Meatball's like a
meaty
Toyota Camry for
sponge.
sauce.
And you don't start talking to me about meaty sponges, Dolores. You know what you know.
Yeah. Well, I know what I know.
I think all of Thoyd
Okay.
Street knows, but you know to tell it like it is.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah,
you shouldn't
you
be
too,
coming
because
around here talking smack about
all of
nothing
Toyd
you know
Street
nothing
seen you with
about.
Bernice and you eating her meatballs, Dolores, and you and
Never talk
you
to
just
me about meatballs. No, never talk to me about
a
smart
meatball again
meatballs.
after this.
Not after
this.
a hot minute. What the fuck are we talking about?
Anyway,
I think. Oh, I thought Dan was just abandoning us. Just
now
had
he's a He's a Klingon now.
Well,
You know?
Dan, if you got nothing constructive to add to the conversation, then you shut your pretty mouth.
Agreed.
Mate, stop beating off in the
You
shower.
keep that yap shut. You hear me, young man?
Stop.
I don't.
Yeah, stop beating off in the
I don't know why I
shower.
had a sudden tilt on that one, but you know, I guess I'm less Boston and more Texas. This Dolores is going down south. Okay, maybe this is enough of a digression. Back to the game.